too many nerfs in regards to being a first phase ban or pick in the previous seasons to now what she's become. It's more other heroes have risen up, so we are probably going to still see Sanj Kaya, the Shard, linking with that silence. And right now for Tundra, their only save comes from either chronoing reactively or a decrep. And if you have the Quap jumping on top of that Pugna, yeah, I think Liquid just all out skirmish, all out fight.
The issue with the skirmishy fighting, playing on low cooldown lineups is that if they mess up a couple of their objectives, then Tundra's just back in the game and they can pick and choose their fights and just overwhelm them with that chrono and that exorcism and that nether ward.
Yeah, trying to think of like the last pick matchup into Quap. You need to be ready to be ran at, so you can't go for, let's say, like a Lina style hero because probably won't do too well against the double jump of an Axe Quap. But I like the Kunkka ban from Liquid, just casually sitting there, some armlet BKB, throwing out some boats. But yeah, this is a difficult pick for Tundra.
It is indeed. They still had quite a bit of bonus time.
Because again, they're lacking a lot of this earlier damage to be able to react to these fights. Like if Axe just blinks in, I'm trying to picture right now, like, okay, they do go for Alina. Okay, I mean, I'm worried for the pick just because of the fact that you need to get BKB very early, which is also fine on the hero. Just if things don't go great, it can just be 4 squishies and a void, hoping to survive till they all have items.
So I understand the need for Lina because it's vital that they pick a mid laner who lanes well versus Queen of Pain, right? And T addressed earlier how there were going to be certain damage issues, like in that chrono, in that early game for Tundra, and Lina's one of the burstier mid-type heroes as well. However, there is the concern of getting jumped. There are 2 jumps on the team. There's also a potential relocate on top of, and there's always the chain disable from the arrow from a long range. So I think that if Liquid just win their lanes and play that snowballing game and don't mess up their objective taking, they can take it. But I also think that if Tundra just win that one fight, they'll be back in the game really easily and they can overwhelm them. And it's T-Dub again.
Yay! I mean, you're the most colorful one on the panel. So
same thing.
They gotta show the colors, you know?
Oh yeah, got my nice jumper one.
Yeah. So any final thoughts for you, T?
No, I just like Liquid's draft. I think this is the right direction for the team, and I think if they hit the beats, you know, the BKB, the Axe actually having a really good lane, I think that lane should be really good for them. It's their game to kind of mess up, I feel. So yeah, I think this should be Liquid's game. But never rule out Tundra, for they are very good as well.
Yeah! Let's go both. Very good. But which team is better here in this first game? We're finding out. It's Waga and Dpc.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tundra versus Liquid. I'm Dpc here with Waga. We heard from the panel there, Waga. T indeed, he likes the Axe. He thinks there's going to be a lot of potential. I mean, do you sort of agree, or do you feel that Tundra might have the means to deal with a bit of an unconventional pick here for Zai?
Yeah, I can see the potential, and I agree that they should have a good lane, and they kind of need to have a good lane. I am more leaning towards the side of Tundra myself. I actually prefer their draft. I think they have a lot of nice little things going for them. They have the Chrono and the Monkey ulti combination. They have the Crep and Lina ulti combo. They have Time Walk to get away from Razor Link. I think there's a lot of things that you can highlight here. And even the mid matchup, Lina, one of the few heroes that people look towards to actually dominate a Queen of Pain.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the thing as well.
That was even in last patch, before the nerfs and before Lina's buffs. She's actually stronger this patch in mid lane.
And in the hands of a mid player like Nine, I feel that can be pretty scary. Because I feel like in terms of some of the mid players that have just sort of smashed matchups, Nine is definitely up there, right?
Sometimes he is, but both of them are.
That's true. That is true.
We have 2 of the absolute best mid players in the world, and especially here in Europe. In Nine and Mickey. This is going to be a very exciting mid matchup to watch. Of course, favoring Nine a little bit. So let's see how much he can do with that.
For sure. And it's going to be interesting to see what Mickey can do on the Quap. Because where does sort of Quap stand for you at the moment in terms of mids? Because we definitely, you know, it's not what it once was, especially when the sort of the first Star got added in. It was every game you're seeing this Quap blinking into you. Now it's other mids have sort of taken over in favorability.
She's all right. She's still an option. I like that they recognized that they needed burst and that Queen was an alternative they could go with here. She also lanes quite decently against most things. But I mean, she has fallen off. She was like ultra S tier. Now she's like, you know, still solid. Probably like a B tier mid hero for me, or A tier. Like, she's still good, but not quite among the top of the top.
And in terms of the lane setups we're getting on the side lanes, so with the duos that we have coming out, I mean, I need these side lanes going to be very hard for one of the teams to play.
I'm imagining that Liquid are going to have an advantage bottom lane with their Razor Wisp combination. I think it's a little bit stronger. That's probably why we see Saksa already going for the pull here, going for shenanigans. Whenever you have a bad lane, you can always try to do this. Look at the body block attempt. Not going to quite hold him in place, though. Monkey has boots first, so yeah. He just runs out. But yeah, he's pulling the creeps. He's going to try and go behind tower. Good job by Insania, though, chasing after and doing damage here. Not letting this go uncontested.
Saksa, well, we'll still be able to get them here behind the tower.
Yeah, now it's Insania's job. He has to stop this from being full denies and stop it from being completely free without playing too aggressively. So, nice little play, though, by Monkey.
Yeah, well, they're looking to sort of over onto the other side of the map. Zai, as you say, on the Axe, needs to have sort of a solid start, good hold from the laning onwards. Is this the lane where this Void's going to feel pressured?
He's probably going to take a pretty consistent amount of harass from this Mirana. Mirana can do a lot of damage by just continuous right click. And Pugna, he trades quite well, but I think he needs levels a lot. Usually his damage comes from his incredible stat gain. So early on, maybe Mirana trades a little bit better there.
Some pressure from 9, making sure that the creeps are kept underneath the tower. But Mikke's doing perfectly fine here, matching the CS 9 for 4.
Yeah.
The 10 and 1.
Very even so far in the mid. No big advantage one way or the other. And you see Boxy constantly laying in the right. Matumba, he feels like he's, you know, I thought he was going to have an easier time, but looking at the CS, with that pull that happened earlier as well, he's still behind.
Yeah, Saksa and 33 getting very aggressive here onto Matumba, man.
Please.
Be able to do quite a bit of damage there with that chase.
Yeah, I will say that I think 33 is one of the key pillar stones in Tundra that they pivot around and play around a lot. Like, he plays a very, very strong early game a lot of the time, and his mid game is also where everything happens, right? That's true for a lot of offlaners, but even more so for Tundra. I think he's a tempo setter.
Yeah, and in terms of, you know, trying to do that and going for that sort of style, you know, getting the Death Prophet, that's pretty much the best hero for him to get in this patch, right?
I'd say so. I mean, she's definitely the strongest hero of the patch, I would say. I mean, you can argue that Caudle and Wisp and some other heroes are really broken too, but DP, her ulti just needs to be fixed, man.
Back on the mid. Continues to be close as ever. Okay, and 9 able to match one another perfectly here. And side lanes, slowest CS at the moment, falling into the hands of Matt, who's just having a bit of a tougher time.
Has been killed.
See the courier taken down. That tough time's going to continue. He's not going to have his boots to play with, which is never something you're going to be feeling too happy with as a Razor. You need that movement speed early on. Meanwhile, it's going to be up at the top lane. Liquid will be able to claim first blood, catching Snaking.
Yeah, with a level 2 arrow, manages to secure the kill. And Boxy, yeah, as expected, the Pugna doesn't trade very well against both the Battle Hunger from Axe and the Mirana right clicks. It's a little bit harder for Void to help in the support battle, right? You often think about, okay, what can your core hero do while he's CSing to help the support battle? Axe is one of the best heroes in the game at that. You just throw Battle Hunger and you keep CSing. Like, yeah, there you go, my support should be winning.
Now, in terms of these supports, do you think we're going to get any movements over towards the mid? I mean, is there any sort of point in getting the Mirana over looking to try and fish for some arrow connections?
Not anymore. I mean, it would have been for the water runes maybe, like trying to control those. 6-minute runes we might see a move to.
Bottom Saksa. Yeah, they've got the damage. Static Link builds up, and Stania's able to get the final hit. Up top again, Zai. Chasing down this Pugna, and again, Boxy. Beautiful connection as Liquid continue to make life very hard for Snaking in this laning stage.
They needed a good lane, and they're definitely starting out in a very good way here on top lane. See a TP mid bottle refill by Saksa after dying. Gonna help out his
I mean, yeah, the way that top lane's going, it feels like how do you survive as a Pugna up here?
You don't really, like, it's very difficult to do so. I think you can chase after the Axe a little bit and try to bother him, but I'm surprised to see the no Decrepify build. Decrepify is a very good tool against an Axe lane, because when he pulls the creeps like this, if you decrepit him, you know, the creeps can't attack him. So you can de-aggro.
They should get Zaya though.
Yeah.
So three of them swing across and make sure that Zaya doesn't get away with pulling the creeps over and farming some neutrals as he was trusting in the Vanguard, but as it was, he did start going for that move very low on HP.
This is big by Saksa. He did mid, bottle refilled, he went top ganked, now he's controlling the top rune. He's making a lot of things happen. All the while, he also stacked one of the camps in jungle. So a lot of things done there in short amount of time by Saksa on his monkey. Realizing that bottom lane might not be where he gets the most impact right now.
No, for sure. Like, unlikely to be getting kills down there, and if anything, can end up just being a liability against the carry Razor that's always ready to run down the Monkey King. And as it is, as we can see on the net worth, 33, he's doing fine enough when he's left on his own as well.
Yeah. I'm still a little bit surprised by this Nether Ward on the top lane. I feel like it doesn't do anything to Axe, and I think Mirana can kill it if you put it down even.
Sure. And what you feel like taking the point and Decrepify wouldn't affect sort of your impact? Yeah. Going in the mid game, it would fine.
I feel like it would have been stronger, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe he doesn't want to level it early. I think he's gonna get it on level 4 anyway, so might as well have had it until now.
Axe likes you. Axe will kill you last.
There's no way you skip Decrepify entirely on Pugna, so.
Skeeter trying to mess with Zai, but Zai, especially when he's back up in the lane at full HP.
He's got the Vanguard.
Can't do anything against
Vanguard, Raindrop, Magic Wand, and Ring of Protection. This Axe is nearly unkillable at this point, so now it's just about controlling.
Well, that was close there. Creeps coming to block it, but still dangerous. He's dead. Again, Zai and Boxy making this definitely one of the toughest starts that Snake King's had trying to support here on the safe lane. They're really going for him.
Snake King has no game. On the other hand, Void is not being pressured that much. He got his level 6. He has Chrono now, so they could make rotations with Lina and perhaps, you know, do something with Chrono and Lina ulti, or even rotate and make something happen with the DP ulti. First DP ulti is very important, I feel. Yeah, also having the Urn charge there for Mirana now, even more kill potential.
Of course, with that death at least, Snake King's able to head over towards the mid with the bottle. That done. Keep 9 in that position where he's able to keep pumping the spells out and stay here at the top net worth right now.
Yeah, I think if you're Tundra though, like this is an Axe having a good game, but you have a lot of tools to deal with Axe later on in your team. It's not a fantastic Axe game, so him having a great start, we said it was sort of a requirement for him in this game.
Oh, look at this bottom. Snake King. He's turned up and he's ready to try and help the team take down Matu or Insania, but not enough from them here. And in fact, Insania will just casually turn back and take down the ward.
Level 2 ward. He's actually not skilling the Decrepify. So 40 gold for the Wisp. A little bit of gold. They managed to pull the creeps back, so DP won't be able to tank the tower too long here.
I mean, still though, even with that, just a
I mean, you do. Look at the gold, man. The
tower's just dead.
Please, Valve, please. This has to be fixed.
It's gonna live a little longer, but 33 ready to reach in across the trees.
Stupid, man.
There we go. Tower, goodbye. 9 minutes, easy tower here for 33. Creeps or not?
Yeah, so tower down. First DP ulti, very big value there. Nice little move, you know, supporting the DP with both the supports, so she can make this happen. Meanwhile, though, mid tower being laid into a bit by Mickey.
Time is money.
We get 9 coming over, as well as sort of Skeeter hovering around in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That Chrono can always look for a chance to poke his head and get a setup here.
Yeah, we see 9. He has his travels, of course. Nice TP out. 9 has travels, and we see Faceless Void going for the classic Mask Madness. Players just going towards pretty expected itemizations. And of course the BKB already queued up on Razor. Do you ever expect anything else? BKB refreshers?
Every game, pretty much.
Yep. Look at Zydo. That Vanguard, 1400 gold already, and he's being very efficient. Pulling the creeps, waiting for the creeps to spawn, farming a jungle camp and the lane creeps at the same time.
I think there's every reason to be a little scared of this Axe if you're Tundra.
Oh yeah.
Zai hitting all the timings that he needed to here in this early game. He's going to be able to start jumping at them at this stage where they may not quite be prepared to fully control and break up the combos that he'll set up.
Yeah, and he's playing like he owns the map as well. He's just farming without a worry in the world, especially when the DP ulti was committed for a tower. He knows there's not that much to threaten. Queen though, coming in for a move.
So they jump Saxa, but indeed he's back up on the trees in time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But this tower, with the help of the catapult and the Vanguard axe, this tower is gonna go down. They thought about defending maybe with the DP hanging around the neighborhood, but not gonna be able to do so.
And with that tower going down, Zai getting the last hit, that is the money done. So yeah, pretty much pre-11 minutes, Blink, Vanguard, Zai is ready to start making those moves.
He has the mini Blink too. He has the little
oh, he does, that extra bit of a gap close.
It can really catch people off guard.
Yeah.
A little bit of extra jump. Suddenly you're landing Blink connections that the enemy didn't expect you to reach.
Let's see if they've got, are they going to get any sort of smoke out to try and make a hit with this Blink? Be the great time to do so.
Yeah, we'll see. They rotate top with Mirana at least, so she can sit behind in case he gets a Blink call. DP is up here.
There's the jump.
Reload even.
Yeah, they're putting a lot into this to make sure 33 goes down. He's definitely going down here. 4 heroes.
First bit of armor. Get that scaling.
Bradley died worse.
This is a nice game to get armor, honestly. There's a lot of physical damage on the side of Dire.
Radiant's bottom
He has to make sure to get all these kill secures.
Oh, baby. Oh, Wagamama. We got a Midas Razor.
Oh, boy. He shifted it up.
Yeah, he was...
Okay, you want some scaling.
All right, we got to... Let's go. Here go Matu. He says, you know what, we're having a good start. I'm going to buy Midas. Do you like this, Wagger, or are you a bit...
I'm not in love with it.
Okay.
But, okay, that tells me that they want to play a little bit more methodical, a little bit slower, and they expect that they might not be able to end the game very early.
All right.
Reasons for this, there's pretty good high ground defense. If you get a control of the game here, you might still struggle to end and go high ground and take racks. So this is just going to secure that they can, keep scaling into late game.
Yeah, it could be risky, though,
Phil.
Phil. I mean, doing it against a team that's going to be pushing down towers with... they really went for that illusion. Oh, it's the big Chrono! Oh my goodness, it's a fight! But the Chrono Skinner jumps in, he's ready to turn it around. They're taken down. 2 man, he's got to run, he's not going to get out. He's 3 dead. And now they'll turn over to one side. And Sai, he can't run from this. He's been slowed down. 4 dead. They'll miss with the boundless strike. The primal spring will connect with boxes out with Lee, but that's 4 dead, Wagger.
Big brain illusion bait. Wow. Very intentional there. They set it up, and Liquid, they swallowed it whole, man.
That was,
all 5 in the chrono.
Classic 5-man chrono, 13 minutes in.
Yeah, who gets a 5-man chrono with
you look at that again, Skeeter?
Ah, beautiful.
It doesn't get better than that. It really doesn't.
No, that's peak connection there, and of course they have great stuff to lay into it as well. All these AoE damage spells.
Because I guess what's going on there for Liquid, they're sort of they tunnel vision in on this illusion, and then they're just not expecting Skeeter to be here.
I mean, they straight up just thought that they're killing the mid hero. If Lina was dead, it would be fine if they get chronoed several heroes. Like, that would not be the end of the world.
Oh,
but if Lina was an illusion...
And that's the awkward moment as well, right? Where the whole team's dead, that's when you start checking out your teammates' inventories, and you'd be like, oh, whoa, Matu, what's that?
Yeah, now, I mean, even more so than before,
I can't use your Midas, man.
I'm not loving the Midas right now, because after that disaster, you now need to be strong or you're gonna lose your map. You're against the DP. They have intention to take all your towers early on, and then Roche is gonna be on the table. So if you go for this Midas, your BKB is gonna hit very late. I am concerned. I'm concerned for Liquid. I'm not sure about this.
I mean, if they can make it work, it's gonna be brilliant. But if it doesn't, yeah, Matu's gonna feel a bit awkward with the Midas. But we'll see. He's pumping towards that BKB. Let's see how much Tundra can do before he gets it done.
Yeah, Snaking, by the way, has the full max level Nether Ward now, and only now at level 8 finally gets sacrificed. As he gets called here, probably gonna go down. Yeah, they got the arrow. But level 4 Nether Ward early on is quite a bit of damage if you're using Queen ulti, for instance. That's painful.
Yeah, especially if you're using it on illusion. Then it hurts even more.
I think it hurts both in and outside of the game at that point, Owen. That's emotional damage for you.
How we're doing on the chrono timing, is it back up soon? 20 seconds. And you better watch out. I feel if the first chrono...
All right.
Here we go. There's the jump. Pick up the damage. Aaron, there's the combo. There's the burst Let's even bring Matu over as well, just in case.
Yeah, this is like why they wanted these 2 years together. It's very easy to follow up with Arrow if you have Axe going in first. And of course the reload is just an insurance policy, like we have everything needed to burst. And they needed that kill, I think. Set themselves a little bit back into the game. They catapult mid, so maybe they can pressure mid tower a bit. But,
use your Midas, there we go.
yeah, without Razor there, mid tower's gone.
Got the BKB done on 9. And they are getting their, Tundra getting all their first sort of items that's going to make them very strong.
Yeah, I mean, this is the timing. Now they smoke up. Things are going to happen right now. And
you got to be ready for this to kill it.
If you didn't go Midas right now, you could have had your entire BKB actually at this point.
Radiant's middle
so
tower
this is dangerous.
There's the setup. See if Skeeter can get it for a Chrono. He's going to dive forward. He holds back. He's not going to be able to get enough in it. Would just be Matu.
Good self-control by Skeeter there.
Yeah.
After time walking in like that, it's super awkward to not use your Chrono, but he actually holds it.
Quick move from Tundra. Look, they poke top, and immediately 33, he'll set up down bottom. Because he's not going to be quite ready to be prepared for that one. Tundra, they miss an opportunity top, but they still make something happen.
That was a classic, like, A-tier team move right there. Very, very quickly, just going into the next punch after the first one doesn't connect. Usually, like, after watching a Div 2 team play a Div 2 team, like, these are the type of moves you don't really see that often in lower divisions. The sheer speed of it. Oh, yeah, looking. Gonna reveal that there's some vision here. He's gonna have his BKB soon, though. The Razor, he's working hard to try and finish this up. Wisp is boosting him, like, go, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to D-ward, but then Mirana was sitting around. Gets the arrow and keeps harassing.
Oh, he's gonna try for the TP. Oh, he's out.
Wow.
He's actually out.
That looked like some high ground misses actually saved his
There was
life.
definitely a couple coming in there.
Yeah. Good D-ward.
Let's see that again. How many high ground misses did we get? There's the one.
Look.
There's the two.
Yeah.
There's three.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Not that much.
Well, yeah, honestly, even if a couple of them hit, he probably would have still been fine.
Yeah. Monkey's pretty tanky, you know. He has a lot of armor, this hero. Especially with the Wraith Band. The 14 armor hero. DP looking like the Sanshin Kaya is going to be the next item after Yule Scepter. Very necessary Yule Scepter in this game. Gives some more control, some more setup for the Lina stun as well. And just safety, you know, being able to stop the axe even when he calls someone. Because this is a blade mail axe now, so the damage is very high. But yeah, both Yules and Decrepify, there are ways to stop him. Until he gets his BKB as well, of course.
We've now got that BKB done for Matuma Man, so that little bit of a window where vulnerability could be targeted by Tundra, it's over.
Yeah, I think Liquid weathered like that dangerous phase quite well. Bottom, we now have Zai just looking with the invis here. He's gonna find. They can reload.
Jump. He can do anything to try and break this combo. The Chrono's down, and the 3 of them 9 will still die though. Mosquito as well looks to be in trouble. They're both dead. And this is the fight. It's going to be for Liquid. They're going to chase down for more. The Wukong's commands out, but Liquid don't care. Matcher with the BKB charges down 33. Snaking goes down. Saxa, the only one surviving is Liquid. They hit back hard, and this time round, the Chrono, quite a bit different to the one we saw in mid. It didn't get the job done. Tries to bail out 9, but it just wasn't there in time. And even so, you know, the damage pumping out from Matu's ult was enough to secure the kill.
Key difference is this time Lina was not an illusion, right? This is the real thing. Look at the arrow. It connects on Pugna here. It was actually aiming for the Lina, but ends up stunning Pugna, which is not a bad thing for them. And look at the HP already so low. And then they just steamroll over them. When you bring down both the boss 1 and boss 2, yeah, Razor, he's feeling it.
He is. That's all he is all game, Razor.
Dire's middle tower
Go back in.
Honestly, on the back of that, Matumba is already looking at
feeling good. It's paying off.
gold.
It's paying off. We're going to be seeing more Midases.
Coming to a pub near you.
It's absolutely paying off now. Mosquito. You get chased out over in the mid. Nice job. They caught 9 in the mid lane.
Ooh, that's a back-to-back.
All right. Tundra getting shaken up pretty hard now. Losing the mid just like that for 50 seconds. This is going to give a good window for Liquid to get some get some objectives.
It's Zai with good read on the map right now.
Illusion!
Understands where to go. He gets an illusion rune, always nice on Axe. You can farm a bit with it. Push out side lanes if you want, or jungle farm. Yeah, this is Zai being very aggressive and realizing that he's probably the strongest hero on the map right now, just by the impact that he can have setting up for the IO. He's not the most farmed, but his moves are the most dangerous ones I think right now. And he's smoked again. No downtime on an Axe.
Scanning.
They're hunting. And they find Skeeter. Nope. Gonna be revealed by Monkey.
Vent.
Skeeter, well out of there. They will pop the Moonlight. Maybe see if they can get something in the triangle side. Leading in, but Skeeter is down. Never mind, still gets the call off.
Is under attack.
Could have quite enough damage straight away to take out Stacks. The Stacks able to tell Weu Reg's command and the Barrage Struggle. Matsu and Stania coming in from the side will make sure they get the job done and leave no chance for Tundra to take anything in return. The rest of Tundra have to back off.
Feels impossible to turn when Axe goes on someone because there's always going to be that relocate from Razor. If they reload behind after the Axe calls, it's very difficult to turn that fight. You basically need to like chrono on the relocate and try and burst them, but it's not that easy. And we see a Skadi build.
Yeah, he kept being to Skadi here. I mean, there's a lot of ranged heroes, right? So it's going to be quite nice against the Quap and the Razor.
It's mainly to deal with Razor.
Yep.
In this game, this is in a way to tank yourself up as a Lina and still be able to slow down a BKB Razor. You have some form of control. Because right now, they're facing the issue that he just runs in and does whatever he wants, and they're trying to address that. It's truly not the easiest task, but I think Skadi could work here.
I think as well was that. Okay, yeah, just 200 gold to go. I mean, Matsu's basically got the refresher.
Yeah.
So, this Midas is looking pretty good now. Yeah. It has paid off, and yeah, I mean, so far, he's been a good advocate for more Midas purposes.
Midas is definitely paying off, but I would say it's just both the Razor and Wisp are playing a beautiful game here that is sort of enabled by Zai's Axe. He's, setting up all these freebies for them. Like, come here, collect your kills.
So you're saying if you're playing carry, don't buy Midas unless you've got Zai. You need to have Zai.
If you're in Zai's team, buy Midas.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. That's what Zai wants to hear.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So it's coming to Zai's top instead. Midas carries everywhere. We have a DP ulti, but no.
They're going to TP down. They want to try and defend this. If they're able to do so, of course, that tower going down pretty fast to the Ghost.
Yeah, Axe is very far back, though. He's the one who has to go first, sort of.
Does he want to jump this, though? It's difficult.
I don't think so.
They're going to have to let it go. So Tundra continuing to keep the pressure on here as they want to
fight. They want to catch on the way out.
See if Boxy can fish for an arrow connection. Whoop. Easy dodge by 33.
They're pretty speedy at running away.
As I trying to make the call there for Saxa. Already away in the trees, and as it is, Tundra, they'll get the tower, they get out. They won't have anyone get caught by Liquid's reaction.
I like how Tundra don't TP out anyone early when they back out there. Yep. They back out as a team, controlled, everyone in good position to react if someone was to get caught there. Very disciplined. You can tell that Tundra, they're not making these sloppy mistakes when, oh, we got the tower, now we can just back out however we want. No, everything is very sharp.
Now, Wagga, where's the value? Aren't we seeing Refresher being used for the Midas?
True.
Get that Refresher, bam, pop it, get the Midas second time off.
I mean, yeah.
This is really good control from Matsu to hold off from doing it.
Yeah, this shows discipline.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, he could have his ulti ready again here and Midas ready. With one click going, it's all it takes.
You can tell the Seamo's accident. Accidentally pressed the Refresher. What a shame, I'll have to use Midas again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is he even going to get Snake King? I don't think so. But Scrap T Snake King's going to get out of there, and
I feel maybe he could have gone him there. He blinked away from him.
Or if he's went for the just blinked on top of him.
Yeah, because he blink screamed like if he blinked right on top of him, maybe he had him there. I'm not sure.
Maybe he's a bit concerned about what was coming in behind.
I mean, he doesn't have vision around that area, so it's a bit scary to blink forwards as well. Either way, he's gonna be fine on Pugna. He has his full drums now, by the way, so he's ready to enable more 5-man Dota and speedy gameplay.
And really sort of, as the moments pass, it's really sort of Skeeter that's falling behind. He's struggling a bit to keep up on the Void this game.
Yeah,
Dire
Void is
are scanning.
notoriously not the best hero at farming. He doesn't have any real built-in farming tools, so that's why we see the itemization being Mask of Madness, Maelstrom. He needs both of these just to farm, and that means the BKB is going to come a little bit late as a third item.
Yeah.
When he has it though,
Then
he'll be quite strong.
Yeah.
But there's still Axe and Queen Ulti and Razor. You're not safe.
Yeah.
You're not safe just because you have it.
No, for sure. Yeah, you're not getting these guaranteed kills in the Chrono if Liquid's smart with their positioning.
Yeah,
And I mean, you've caught them in a 5-man Chrono once. I feel the chance of that happening again in a game is just blurred by the fact you've already done it. Because now Liquid's going to be like, right, guys, everybody let's split up. We're not giving this opportunity again.
Fool me once, shame on me, kind of thing. Yeah, okay.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Radiant's middle
We have
tower
full
is
defusal
under
as well on
attack.
Monkey King, which is quite strong now on the clones. I mean, it's so cheap to buy the Diffu in this patch, and it was nerfed for illusions, but not for clones. Count as real heroes.
And we're seeing by the looks of it on a few of Tundra, the prioritization of the Blink Dagger. And for a few of them, 33's got it queued up next to, including Saxa.
Is under attack.
Yep. I think Blink Dagger on DP is amazing,
Radiant's
and
middle
it
tower
allows you
is
to
under
pick your
attack.
targets more so than just being kited the entire fight. So I like the choice to go Blink Dagger here. I've actually been harping on DP
Radiant's
players in general,
bottom
saying that
tower is under
I
attack.
dislike when people don't go Blink and that it feels sort of brain dead. But with Blink, you can actually make you can wreak so much more havoc as a DP. So really like, I don't know about the Blink on Monkey. I feel maybe you could just go for, I don't know, either a Gleipnir or a BKB
Radiant's
next.
bottom tower is under
We'll see
attack.
what we can make happen with it. Obviously, Saxa, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he could come up with some cute plays, you know, being able to react to the Blink call.
Speaking of,
He's going to get caught by it this time. Arrow to follow up. There's not really much the Tundra can do to save him, so the rest have just got to bail out there.
look at the control on Zai though, not going for a dunk there, just running away, making sure he doesn't get targeted after using his fall already. Man, this man, he has more discipline than I do. I would stick around for that dunk. But yeah, once they catch someone, we saw the same thing there. There's no way for Tundra to really counterplay it, so they just tell him, like, yeah, that monkey is dead. I think what they can do maybe is try and set up, like, have Pugna drop a ward, and then bait to get called, and then make a play with Axe Call and pull up.
Time! He just goes in! He's like, okay, you want to step up? I'm going to jump you. Skeeter will turn with the Chrono, but does he have the damage? Nine? Trying to outbeat it, but there's the real chaos for Zai. No damage is done, really. They'll turn up the wall. Zai, but Zai, he's still like, finally falls. A buyback will come out from 33. Tundra investing their resources to try and turn this around. With jump back over to Matsu, they'll take out the Razor. Move towards the stadium with Dodge Pump. Pump it out from 33. They've certainly got the damage to strike back as Tundra recover the fight very nicely around that buyback from 33. And straining a Roche as well.
Yeah,
at
they
massive value.
Yeah, they still have the duration of exorcism here. They can get Roche really fast. But
And look how much HP they got as well from that.
oh yeah,
Kills.
they got a lot of levels there. That was almost what I was talking about, trying to bait the axe to go on someone that's not your pos 1
Yeah.
or 2. Because if Lina gets jumped, it's disaster. If DP gets jumped, it's maybe okay, and he had buyback. I think this was very intentional by 33, that he was the one in front, because he knew he had buyback. Look at this.
I mean, it happened so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel for sort of Liquid's perspective, they probably
Radiant's
felt
middle
like this
tower
relocate,
is
like,
under
hey,
attack.
this is going great. Nobody died in the Chrono.
Yeah.
We're ready to run them over. And the next thing you know, Liquid just gets destroyed.
Yeah, it just barely they managed to bring down the axe there. Honestly, the buyback is what turns it around. Maybe they could have just backed out cleanly there, Liquid, reset with the chrono on cooldown, but they got a little bit too confident and perfect.
I mean, yeah,
there.
yeah, absolutely. 33 setting up with that Yules just before Mickey could get the blink cast animation off. That was...
But this changes everything on, because now 9 has that Aegis on his Lina. He also has a Crystallis along with his Eye of Skadi, and he's going for a Satanic next, which is a very good item to counter out the axe.
Yeah, this is some smart stuff from 9, absolutely.
Yeah,
it really is.
His itemization is to become durable enough to not get bursted here, and I think it's very wise.
And yeah, the farm, it's pretty insane. You know, 9, he's keeping up with Matu, who got a Midas very early on in the game, you know, just to show how farmed 9 is at this stage.
Yeah. I mean,
and the levels as well, you know, he's still 2 levels ahead. Well, level 21, and 9 is popping off. They'll find a chance to take this tier 2 top.
Let's not miss Liquid's power spikes coming up, though. They also have Assault Cuirass just around the corner for this Razor. Very close.
Yeah.
And that increases their DPS quite a bit. See Lina, her damage, man. Yeah, even the Mindbreaker is a very good drop for her, since she hits so fast.
Yeah, Mindbreaker is just a great item. It's
on anything that hits fast, and Lina is up there.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Teams moving with intent. We see Tundra moving with a smoke here.
This is scary for Liquid. Tundra could get a pretty clean kill. There we go, straight away.
Halo, maybe?
For Matsu.
Oh, the Yule. Little bit of... No, it's not fail. The Yule's here to stop the reload.
Okay, and hey, it works out. They're going to BKB charge out of him as well. So, you know, and all, it was good stuff.
Yeah,
all right.
It's a super heads-up play that we see every now and then against Wisp, where you do that. It looks a little bit awkward.
It did, yeah.
But
to a scrub like me,
but they knew the reload was coming, so it's a great play.
Yeah, that was, indeed, as you say, leaves no chance for a safe bottom lane. These moves keep coming.
Oh my god.
Oh, he missed one. Nine was a little short of the stun. He doesn't get on the side. He's going to come in and try and help out. They'll turn with the Sonic Wave, bursting Skidder down low, but he's getting healed up by Snaking. Another jump forward. They're going to continue to try chasing downside. The BKB will come to an end. Zai trying to slide leg up to the high ground, but he cannot escape Tundra. As Zai goes down, they're now down 2 cores for 50 seconds on the Axe. And creeps are coming in, so Tundra, they're going to be able to do potentially some damage to the base here if they stick around.
Yeah, I mean, you got Snaking, you know, sucking on his carry here, making sure he's ready to fight.
He's got Aegis on 9.
He's got BKB on Skeeter. They're ready to go here.
This probably will be a set of
Radiant's bottom tower.
It should be,
fallen.
yeah.
Radiant's bottom
Grayson does have Refresher ready when he respawns, but he's too late. This Rex is gone.
The question is if they want to try and force out another with this minute and a half of Aegis left.
No, they're going to be disciplined.
Okay.
Knowing Tundra, they're going to back out here, be very happy with the advantage they just claimed, and hopefully even find Miranda. Maybe they can get her. Foxy, gonna leap away to safety.
These last few moves definitely going to put Liquid on edge a little bit now. They're going to desperately look to try and chase for a kill on 33. They do, it's on the ground. Boxy is able to grab that 33 off the TP out. Snaking won't be quite as fortunate. So that's going to be the gem falling into the hands of Boxy. Quite the pickup there.
Yeah, Snaking never even got to hold the gem. He lost it before it was delivered to him. This gem was straight into Liquid's bank account. Here you go. Oh no. That was a very good break for Liquid. Immediately after
they needed
something.
that.
Yeah. I think they had the confidence to go for that because they had a bottle DD rune, but he didn't even need to pop it on the Queen.
9 very close to caught by Zai there. Was out in time with the TP. Does still have the edges, but should be ticking out momentarily. Just 30 seconds left to play with it.
Refresher queued up here on the Axe after getting his BKB himself. Double call, double BKB.
And there we go. So, whilst the Aegis will be expiring, 9 has his Satanic done. So, as long as he's able to pop that, even if he gets jump called, highly likely that 9 will be able to keep himself alive for quite some time in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3.5k HP, and now with the, you know, level 20 talent that he got as well, the extra attack speed, he will lifesteal quite a bit.
Yeah.
If they try to burst him, it's not going to be that easy. Yeah, we have the shard on Axe. That's a good way to stop the Satanic lifesteal when you call. But it also stops your blade mill damage output, I believe.
Allies disappear.
Saxa not quite able to find Boxy there. Double the Moonlight and the TP. We'll still try and search there. Knows that he's popped the Moonlight, but indeed Boxy already out there. The big items coming out for both sides. We have the Mjolnir done now for Skeeter, so getting to the point now that as long as he can get the Chrono off before the BKBs, he'll certainly be packing a punch.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from that level 20 talent on Void, the 120 attack speed during Chrono.
Yeah, that's a lot of attack speed.
Along with Mask of Madness, along with Mjolnir, I mean, then you're slapping real fast and those lightnings are gonna take people down.
Yeah. Smoke time from Liquid. Matu himself just finished up the blink and Refresher's good to pop, so he's very ready for a fight.
Double smoke, ships in the dark, but they can't reveal it by nuking mid. Oh, the backwards nuke. Are they gonna ping it? I think they saw it.
Who's gonna get the jump? Sort of eyes on Zai, eyes on Skeeter from either side. Okay, he's going to show himself first. Don't want to fully commit though. They know there's a lot behind him. Again, Tundra showing this respect and discipline.
Yeah, look at that control on Mickey though. Not using his BKB when they go, like, start throwing spells on him there. He's fully trusting that he can be saved.
Money.
Here's a Holy Locket with 20 charges on the Wisp though, and a mech, so he can heal a lot.
Tundra still want to try and catch some of Liquid separate from the rest of the team. Now look towards Boxy, and he's already out with the leap and the blink.
It is Tundra being the oppressors in this situation though, right? Like, Liquid are shoved back into their base. They're not getting to control the map, and it's harder to use Wisp to its full potential if you can't be split pushing, you can't be farming, and looking for stuff on the map. So definitely Tundra getting a good amount of control. If they still had the gem as well, they would have gotten rid of all the vision. Fortunately for Liquid, the gem was claimed, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot worse for Liquid if that didn't happen.
Thanks to that, they still have wards on the map. They still have 3 wards, giving them good vision out there on the map.
Yeah, and without a doubt, you know, for Liquid, as you say, just playing much more on the defensive. It's their best shot, sort of taking a team fight. It's just going to be making sure that Skeeter doesn't get a good chrono and being able to live through it, turn things around. And honestly, with the way that last move went in the mid, it feels like they've got to kind of get rid of this death profit or make sure that 33 can't just run through the fight freely, which is, it's not easy to do that, right? I mean, it's one of the reasons why this hero is so popular right now. 33 is with the Siphon. It's, now, how do you stop this death profit just being able to survive and get the ghost out for the whole fight?
I mean, you can do it if you get the call on her and then follow up, but we saw last time she had buyback ready, she just comes back immediately, and that's what you have to be worried about if you're committing all those resources for her and she has a way to get back. He does have buyback right now. He would love to buy travels on DP, but he's not doing it. He knows that buyback is a big value. So very smart play by 33, probably gonna, you know, possibly look to do the same thing again. We'll see if he doesn't buy up the travels, because they're just running together. You don't need travels if you run as 5 a lot. And split pushing in this game is terrifying. Axe showed in the early game how good their pickoff is. To call into arrow and to relocate. We gotta see us fight here from those.
Oh, okay. It's gonna start things off with a bring forward. We'll put the BKB this time. Gonna get taken out.
Yeah, but the reload was used, so now they can position themselves to fight on the relocate. But they're gonna still Wisp? I don't think so. They want to fight. Look at the Blink Racer.
Matson. Eyes on him. He's gonna try and commit in Instania. For now, it's just gonna tether safely to the side. Liquid keep the distance.
Okay, Monkey ulti was committed. And again, both teams chilling. Bottom lane is shoving a lot though, so Liquid have to go back and react to that.
I mean, and when you consider that both lineups at this stage, you know, coming out of the mid game, is there a team that is under more pressure as the moments pass? Do you think both have good potential in the later stage?
I think Liquid are under more pressure here. Much more pressure. They have less map control, and they also have, I would argue, quite a lot weaker late game compared to the Voids, who doesn't farm so fast, but he gets wrong.
Let's see if they can get a steal off it. It's going to be quite an early BKB. Zai is in with the call. To jump from Mickey, look for the back lines and turn around the split away. But he gets it. Zai was able to get the kill, and he gets the Aegis. Steal, commits with the chrono onto off to the man. He's got the damage to take him out. Zai, he's lost his first life. It's taken off to the side. Won't be able to tether away. As Liquid, they may have got in there to get the kill, get the Aegis, but it's going to cost them 3 of their lives, either twice with that Aegis being lost immediately.
Yeah, they don't have quite the burst anymore. The itemizations are so tanky. They tried to kill people with a call. Of course, they managed to steal the Aegis. It was big. But Death Prophet, she just used herself. She stayed alive, and then nothing could bring her down when the ulti comes out. And again, we saw the damage from Void during that Chronosphere.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's there now.
He was smacking down on Razor.
Yeah, he could pretty much take down Matsu single-handedly.
Yeah, nearly.
And we see as well, honestly, good call from 9 to be early on that BKB. He knows as soon as that arrow's coming across, there's a high likeliness that Liquid's going to try and do something with it.
Yeah, it was a nice try. Now we see Tundra pushing high ground. They're trying to get more.
That's going to be hard to stop. I mean, Liquid, they've got buybacks on their heroes, but using them once they're just 20 seconds, 30 seconds away from coming back in is not going to feel good, and they are indeed just going to hold back on that. That means Tundra getting themselves closer and closer towards a win here when the second rack's taken.
yeah, full Daedalus on Lina now as well, and
Radiant's
they're
top
just
tower
taking
is under
tier 2
attack.
tower, and all the towers are gone. Only have 1 Raxor remaining.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The map is getting smaller and smaller by the moment, and yeah, Liquid, at least they have the Midas, you know, they still got
I mean, that's,
scaling.
you know, Matu's going to be telling the team, hey, listen, guys, I told you it wouldn't be a quick game. It's paying
Yeah,
off.
true.
It's paying off, you know.
Maybe it could have been a quick game if it wasn't a Midas. Yes. Nice arrow.
What they can do with this guy? Not a lot. 33 BKB. So I'm going to try and chase. Actually, Mickey's in from the side, jumps in overboard Snaky, but Sags from 9 are ready to try and help cover him. Mickey's going to put the BKB to try and continue to commit for this. Get snaking. Unlikely to get much more here as 9's got the movement speed to run away. Liquid will try and chase, but Tundra again just too speedy on backing out.
Full disengage, and they also know that there's not really that much to lose on the map. For a moment, they lose their outpost, but they can take that back. Of course, Roche is going to be down for a long time. So just losing a +5 at the end of the day, not the costliest. But yeah, Liquid have to get pretty creative with how they're going to take these fights. Something needs to change in their priority for who they're going to burst. It's not easy though. Like, who do you kill? If you don't, I think ideally you find the Void. If you see the Void, you burst him. All is good, all is well. But you know, this DP, she's too tanky, and Lina, her itemization is leading her to have 4,000 HP with a Satanic. Like, this is a chunky Lina.
Yeah, and a lot of money on top of it still. 9.
Yeah.
Holding on to 3,500 gold. I mean, just yeah, look at the net worth from this lab this game. 26k.
Can't really discredit the Monkey King either. How much you know, work he has put in, just being at the front line, revealing smokes or revealing rotations. Look at him, always just trying to gather some info on where the rotations are coming. He's definitely doing his job. I think this Blink Dagger, he has proven that it was good, by the way. He has jumped in hyper aggressively and blinked back. Oh, the smoke. The smoke is good though.
Let's see who they can catch with this. All on side to get the jump. He's going to go for snaking. The jump onto the Pugner will definitely take him out. As we've seen before, Liquid, after taking down one, they always struggle to be able to catch anyone else. And I think that's going to be the case here once again. Tundra and into the trees and TP away. Make sure that it's nothing more than a snaking death.
I'll tell you why this was bigger than the last pickoff, Owen. This time they got the dunk. That's the difference.
That's true. A little bit of that permanent scaling.
Yeah. So, 2 armor at the moment, with potential for 3 if this goes very late and he gets his level 29 talent. But yeah, this was not really what they were hoping for. That was another smoke used. Tundra are going to be very happy, realizing that, you know, 1 smoke is down for a +5. All fine, you know, all fine and well. And it was a smoke rotation when Roshan is not up. So even though they got a kill, there's nothing to really do other than farm the map a little bit. Still though, the net worth difference between the 2 teams is not that high. 6,000. It's not like it's you know, inconceivable that Liquid can turn this around. And they're able to play in their entire side of the map right now. While the Pugner is dead, they're making sure to farm their triangle, farm their own jungle. And now immediately we're probably gonna see Tundra go for a move. Smoke. DP first.
This is going to be scary for Liquid if they get jumped.
Smoke was revealed. Oh, the Harpy creep. The low Harpy creep he revealed. With the Racer as well.
Tundra still want to try and make something happen. 33. Some of the setup. Used to the Stormcrafter, what they will break the silence and allow Boxy to escape.
I like the choice of Boxy to go for the Dominator just for this 1 creep. Honestly, that vision is huge, but of course the creep died. Now the Dominator is sort of a dead item right now.
Actually, outside the best of it, it's going to force him to have to put the BKB. And even with that, of course, 9 with his DD, he's still punching into a big time side. Will be safe. Skeeter teases around with maybe jumping for a chrono. And 33 commit with the ghost.
Yeah, he's saying go for a tier 4 towers. They could push top, but no.
Man's just going straight in for 9. He's going to try and get himself on top of the jump ball for Skeeter. He'll be able to control the Silver Man. Sonic Wave for now. We'll push him out to the side. 10 on crop. Can he do a massive one up? Another Sonic Wave comes in. The second one there from Ricky. Now we'll out them to protected by Matu. Still goes down. They couldn't quite finish in 33 or Saxa. Buyback comes out from Zai. Then we step for 9. Also buying back and boxing over to the creep wave to keep this TP out. He'll make it back safely.
Oh my god, Mickey played that so well at the end there. He even blinked aggressively towards the Lina there at the end. He was super low HP, in danger, but still blinks close just to try and get the screen damage in.
Yeah, now it's getting a bit spicy now. Both teams using big buybacks to make that move. Zai committing a second life there for that. Does end up dying, but obviously the big one being that Liquid at the end of it all, they take down 9 after 9 bought back for this.
9 is dead for 90 seconds right now. They have a lot of time to get control of the map, to take towers. This is when Liquid can strike, and Liquid really showing their tenacity there.
I mean, to start it off as well, it was a great double Sonic Wave from Mickey. I sort of lost count of how many heroes he hit, but it was a lot. And it forced
Timeless plus Kaya. Yeah, he does tremendous damage with it. But that started out good for Tundra as a little poke to get the Axe to use his stuff. But then I think the call to go for tier 4 towers there, that was a lack of discipline where we previously have seen Tundra play a very controlled game.
Well, we've got Roshan up in a second, right? I mean, let's
it's fun now.
Okay, no, it's going to be longer respawn. So that's going to be good news for 9. He'll be back up before the next Roche fight.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I mean, they want to try and get another hit in before 9's back up.
They do. Looking for it.
33. Linked into this, but he has got the BKB and the Eon disc. So he's a tough kill. They'll actually turn him, okay. Tether from Instania. They'll turn their attention towards Skidder. Skidder does still have Chrono and BKB. But they don't want to try and turn. They're holding back Tundra. They don't want to take any fight against Liquid whilst 9's dead.
Honestly, Tundra played this pretty well. They've held, they didn't really lose anything other than a little bit of map shove. But look at bottom lane, it's already pushing back towards the Radiant side. And it's going to be awkward to contest this Roshan in 1 minute, I think, for Liquid. Because it's all about where the creep waves are, so that you have more control on the map. Nice D-ward coming out as well for Tundra.
Still though, I think the scariest thing at the moment, even though more buybacks were used by Liquid in that stage, you know, the fact that they still have buybacks safe on Mickey and Matumaman, their big cause, is definitely going to be much more comforting for them than Tundra's fact that 5 minutes, he won't have buybacks. So if any sort of fight goes down around the Roche, if Tundra to lose 9, Liquid get the Aegis, they're definitely going to be losing some buildings themselves.
True. But right now, look at what's happening. Tundra are just chilling, kind of farming, and same thing for Liquid. They're both hanging around, but only one team can do this indefinitely. As the bottom lane is already shoving to tier 4 towers, they know that right now, Liquid have to go and defend. And sure, they can rejoin very easily by blinking over or relocating.
They could just smoke at the bit, and do they want to try and just go for this off the back of the smoke? The guys they do, they'll just move into the bit with the smoke.
They're going. Arrow is got scouted, but she gets brought down.
Yeah, already they just move immediately over towards Boxy. They know that he's going to be hanging around looking for that sort of play.
Yeah, that was Monkey King, the mobility of Monkey King, getting those wards down.
Zai, look at this. And he gets something going in from the high ground.
He doesn't have backup though.
They'll be able to get that, and that buyback window now a little less spooky for 9. He'll have the Aegis to fall back on.
Aghanims for Faceless Void there as well, as we see, and he has the Shard already, so yeah. Now Void with that annoying pesky stun all the time that he time walks someone.
Let's see if Tundra can get the lanes back in position to try and threaten for the mega creep. Bringing in the top wave. I mean, Zai's got his eyes on maybe cutting it, but doing so would probably put his life in a bit of a precarious position.
Yeah, he can't go for this one. He could go for the next one, but it doesn't really matter. They need to fight for the first. I think they have to, I don't know, mount a very early defense. This is super hard. No Mirana is a huge deal against Aegis. Even just one hero missing. Oh! Okay, blink on cooldown for a little bit. Time window.
He's in and he's out.
Yeah, he's cheeky.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's see what he can poke out. See if he gets any sort of reaction, any BKBs.
Just let the Aegis guy hit, is what they're saying right now. Just let 9 attack. His Aegis, everyone else, you know, do your thing. Void is having fun. Don't have too much fun though.
Oh. I mean, can you stop them? Okay, they're going to try and match it. Immediately they're able to break the link.
Look at the poke damage. Look at it. Everyone just using the stuff on far.
He's going to look for the jump on
down the Lina as well. That was a fantastic holdout.
Yeah, only cost them one buyback as well from Mickey. That was all that was needed, but they hold the racks there. They don't let themselves get megaed quite yet.
That was absolutely beautiful double. When he refreshed, blinked behind everyone for a big sonic wave. He even pushed people towards the chronosphere, I think, to try and push them into their own chrono.
Yeah, I mean, that was as big as a hold as you get, really, from Liquid. We'll see it again here. I mean, just the way they sort of... The target priority, as you say, from some of these players was bang on.
Yeah, look, I mean, he actually, for a brief moment, even pushes his own teammates or the Monkey King into the chronosphere. But this Razor, the fact that he didn't get bursted immediately and the fact that he's just standing his ground, you know.
Yeah, massive save from Instania.
And this catch, Mirana. And now they're just going for the finish.
I mean, there's no buyback on 9. There's no buyback on 9, there's no buyback on Staxter. So they're going to have to do this 3 versus 5.
That's impossible.
Liquid. Look at a close it up, Skeeter. Again, trying to tease them away from the base. They have got points catching 33, commits him to the BKB, but Mickey's already jumped on the Snaking. Snaking is going to try and run the Glimmer Cable, save him. Snaking's back to base. They're going down, the tier 4s are out. Skeeter try and commit in deep. He's looking for Matuma Man. 33's going to be focused. He's out of the game. He has got buyback, but the agent is exposed. Liquid closing it up here. Tundra, they cannot push them off the base in time, as that will be game 1 in the bag for Liquid.
Wow, that was make or break right there. Down to the last moment, Liquid, they were fighting to prove.
Look at Matthew.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What a game. I mean, it was a fantastic game, this one.
Well, that was an emotional roller coaster watching this game, and honestly, a lot of big plays by both teams.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching this. This was high-level moves. I think Tundra, though, they're probably kicking themselves a little bit because they were the ones making the biggest mistake, I think.
Okay.
Even though the illusion bait, of course, maybe that was the biggest mistake where they went on the illusion mid.
Yeah, they got 5-man chrono.
Yeah, but pushing for the tier 4 there, I think was, you know, throwing away a winnable position for sure.
They're going on a target, killing it, getting out.
10 seconds
So Medusa
remaining.
would have fit the carry role very nicely as a more durable
5
safe
seconds
that
remaining.
they have for later on in the game.
I'm trying to think of what the carries are left to play, and just against the burst, it does feel uncomfortable trying to suggest certain heroes.
There's still a little bit of potential for CK, but it's not the best CK game, right? There's the Bushwhack from Hoodwink, there's the Stroke of Fate.
Elusive
Do we
or
like
tank,
a
right?
Terrorblade at all? Or... Oh, no.
They do go for the CK. Yeah, I was gonna say you've got the elusive option of a PL, but that's way too slow pace. That'd be bad. And then you have the tankiness, which is like CK Ursa route. But yeah, they go for CK.
Yeah, the smiles on the Insania tell me that he was expecting
They knew
that.
it.
Yeah.
So they have the means to address CK. CK naturally, of course, can play versus things like AoE clear. It's just that they pick him for a lane, and he can naturally sustain through that lane with his passive. He's also got the Evadin. The concern is he's not playing in a perfect CK game. As I was saying earlier, there's the Bushwhack to disable his illusions. There's also this Drake of Fate, just wave clear, potentially an Ags from Grimstroke if the game goes on very long, etc., etc. And of course, if Void goes Ags, you've got that AoE
You may now select your heroes.
Okay.
So for me right now, I was looking at Tundra's heroes, and with a couple items, they do get pretty tanky. Not tanky enough to survive the burst, but Liquid is presenting a burst for one hero and kind of nothing else. It's like we kill and we have numbers advantage, we run over. I was trying to think of the carry that could maybe utilize that. Bristle, he fits into this. CK, sure, even if you have the pull, they're gonna have difficulties killing him, which allows Liquid a much simpler time to find that burst on one hero, because Bristleback will be giving you that vision. So I like the last pick. I like Liquid's draft again, very skirmishing, but they might fall flat in regards to just damage going into later portion of the game when you have the Abaddon and the CK and the DP Pangolier, all with a couple items, all living their best life. So yeah, this is...
I think there's a couple of nice things for Tundra in that, okay, they've got the DP Spirit Siphon versus DK and Bristleback, so there will always be the damage, so to speak, to kill those heroes, and they do have the ability to take objectives very early on. CK can potentially play a really good game once he gets his BKB up and all of that, but I think both lineups have a means to play against each other. It just feels like Liquid's is easier to execute in this instance.
I mean, we learned from game one that Liquid can win early, Tundra then wins, and then Liquid comes back. So I'm waiting to follow potentially that script again for game two.
To be honest, I'd be here for it.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
It creates a lot of back and forth and some great top-tier fights that we enjoy even more so due to the commentary of Dpc and Weu Reg.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game two here between Tundra and Liquid. Of course, Liquid being able to steal that game one, but it was a good game one.
Oh, yeah.
Weu Reg, from the draft say game two, what are you sort of expecting? Do you sort of have a bit of a read on what you kind of prefer in terms of the team's approaches?
Honestly, I think I'm a little bit of a fan of Liquid's draft more here. Not because of them winning game one. I think that both teams show themselves very equal there. But we saw Tundra actually running a similar draft to this last time I was here. A week ago, they played this exact thing against the OG, the Abaddon CK Pango trio. And I would have liked to see them maybe go back for even just Tiny was still available. Like a more traditional carry here could have been strong. I actually don't think that DK is too much of an issue for a Tiny, even though he's rather tanky, of course.
Yeah, and what do you think of sort of the close up here from Liquid, adding another beefy core into the lineup and into the hands of Matu, the Bristle carry this game?
It's nice in a way for them to become tankier. I think the nice thing for Bristleback is more his disruption that he does when he has Aghanims. He just runs in, quills a lot. It's hard to really be a Rasta in that fight, or to, you know, keep your illusions alive as a CK when Bristle just rampants around, you know. But both teams definitely have strengths, like the panel mentioned. The Tundra lineup can take early Roche, they can push a lot, and Liquid, a little bit more rounded draft, I would say, overall. But their tankiness could turn against them, though, against this DP.
The battle begins.
No, that's true.
Comes out.
Yeah, this could give the extra chance for 33 to really survive through some insane fights.
Oh, nice catch.
But maybe not survive through this. Early jump here, the siphons. Is it enough at this stage? It actually is. It will be enough to allow 33 to walk that one off.
Yeah, walk it off, but he's gonna start tangoing up. They don't have a salve on this lane, Owen. Like, that's a lot to tango if you go down to 100 HP.
Nothing as he's just got some more tangos coming out.
They only have tangos coming out, so he's gonna be low HP at the start of the lane, putting Liquid in a good advantage there.
Let's have a look this time around in the mid matchup. 9 Pango against Mickey Void Spirit. Not much you expect from this matchup?
I think it's slightly Pango favored. Pango is rather strong as a mid laner overall. His ability to secure CS with his 2 farming spells is really great. That said, I don't think Void is gonna struggle necessarily.
And down on the side lanes. I mean, Zai pretty beefy, but at the same time, no Skeeter, well, with the backup as well of an Abaddon. This seems like a lane where the Chaos Knight's going to quite comfortably hit the creeps.
I think so. It's down to how well the Hoodwink starts harassing the Abaddon. I would like to see him, you know, going for more right click on him. Work that right click non-stop. When you're the only range hero in a lane, you want to make sure that your auto attack is non-stop dealing damage pretty much to the enemy heroes. So we'll see how much Boxy can do. Abaddon, he gets put down to 1 armor by the Blightstone here every time he gets shot.
In the void.
But he's doing a good job. For now, the Aphotic Shield is kind of zoning people out.
He's ready to really spam it, his snaking. You can see coming up to the lane with 3 mangoes.
Great start to the lane, honestly, for Tundra down here. Yeah, of course, meta.
That is true.
It is the lane.
Arrived.
Yeah, it is the lane they ran against OG. However, they lost against OG. It was not successful.
Oh, Mitch.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He is low. He has Fairy Fire, so
He does. And he's got the couple of points in pulse to make a bit of a shield.
The impact of this, look, 9 got the bottom water rune, has the bottle, gonna pressure a little bit now.
Can he dive for the kill? Yes, he can. He can indeed.
Oh my.
He sees the opportunity. I mean, we saw it coming, and I think probably most, but Mickey didn't see it coming.
I mean, doing this to a player like Mikke, it just shows, like, 9 is such a phenomenal mid player, honestly. He is so good. And Pango is a very strong laning hero.
Yeah, I mean, and now, I mean, that hurts massively.
That's disastrous.
Yeah.
The first blood going to your enemy mid laner. I mean, you're already losing the lane. Right now, he's 800 gold behind. You know, like, it sounds awful when you say it like that.
On the side lanes, trying to go for snaking.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Brawly lane down there.
Yeah, they're really ready to right click each other pretty good.
Playing around the ether.
Nine's able to rush that full orb of corrosion, so even more harassment against Mickey in the lane.
Yeah, and in 30 seconds we're gonna see the water runes coming up again. We'll see if Mickey can get one this time. He really needs it. There should be no way for that to get both again.
Nah, surely Mickey will get his hands on one. Unless they bring anyone over.
Yeah,
they're bringing.
It's going top.
Yeah, they're gonna try and make sure that Mickey again.
So 9 should be going bottom probably if Saxa wants to hold the top rune.
Yeah, he might not make it in time actually. Mickey.
Yeah, he has to. Oh, he doesn't actually.
He's not got enough mana.
Yeah, he's
so Mickey should get this. Yeah, Mickey is able to at least get the refill here.
That's big.
Radiant's
That's really big.
has been
And
killed.
because Grimstroke runs top as well, Insania makes sure that Rasta has to, you know, lose that top rune.
Yeah, just a little bit slower than he needed to be.
Actually, Insania got it. He walked up and took it. Oh.
On bottom lane, trying to go for Zai, but Zai just turns and takes out Snaking. Also, Skeeter's not going to be able to finish the job on Zai. Zai's more than happy to fight out this stage. Couple of points in the passive, and they can't quite beat this man down.
2 points Dragon Blood. That's when you usually see the Dragon Knight standing his ground really well. It's not an easy lane to find kills for CK. The reason I'm not a big fan of this Abaddon CK lane they're running is that.
Top lane stacks up. Taken out, Matu and Insania. Able to get kills up here as well, as both side lanes from Liquid able to punch back. Also in the mid 9, let's take the wall back to base. See down on the bottom again, Skeeter. Aggressive on Zai. Let's see if they can take him out this time. And again, Zai just sort of standing and trading back with Skeeter. Does get pulled back in, but again, they're struggling to get that final bit of damage done.
Oh, should be able
as
to
he's
get him
healing up.
if he doesn't juke
there. He's going to be okay.
The man is sneaky. Oh, he's
okay. The mana's back up for the stun. This time he'll die. They get the job done, but he's definitely making the work for it, Zai.
Oh yeah, that was not for free. A lot of effort to bring him down.
And look at this round the mid. Trying to see if they can get the catch.
Yeah, they have the level 6 passive.
Oh, here we go. Disseminate out to the side, but Saxa will be able to find the opening hex. That's backup coming in the forms of his day, but the 6 has been hit and 9's ready to roll. He's able to get the second connection. He needs another one, and he's taking tower hits. Mickey, a right click away from dying. Saxa, he'll be able to get him and get the job done.
My god, that's really down to the wire, these fights.
Saxa will write that off as a successful gank in the mid. Easy kill on the enemy mid laner.
It was in the end. And 9 is gonna get the haste rune here, so he gets his bottle refilled. Also, haste could allow him to make rotations. That was definitely well played by Saxa. I didn't think they were gonna get him there.
Tribute to my house. Deadly swift.
We see a lot of aggression here. You know, the first 6 minutes, constant fighting and contesting for every lane.
Absolutely. And with the
top
heroes that we
tower
have,
is
you
under
can
attack.
definitely expect that to continue. Both 9 and Mickey on very, very active mid heroes this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, we'll see if Mickey can make something happen with his Astral Step now that he has his level 6 as well. If someone goes a little bit too far out, but right now side lane's not tankable.
Mickey should be alright at the moment. Actually, Rolling Thunder's back up, so of course has to be careful about getting set up upon by Saxa in that mid. And Mickey knows he's heading away from the mid lane for now. Doesn't want to get caught by that combo.
Yeah, he farming up, but getting
Radiant's
bound
bottom
turrets,
tower
farm
is
wherever he
under
can.
attack.
And DP using her ulti, trying to do some tower damage. Dumba is trying to deter. He has Vanguard, so he can be quite aggressive.
Now they're going to bring more forces up to the top lane at Tundra.
Yeah, still scary to go into DP.
Dire's
That Spirit
structures
Siphon.
are fortified.
Might have to just let this tower go, because we see the same thing as we saw last game. 3 heroes. Get it with a DP ulti.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing to stop that one from Liquid.
No, I think it's
It's not a
expected.
defense.
Yeah. At the point where you're playing as DP, you pretty much accept. Like, she gets level 6, tower's gone.
Or Boxy. Tries for the TP, but Saxa comes in and says no.
Yeah, they had a good ward there, giving vision, so gonna be able to sneak away.
See on the other side of the map, Zai trying to put some pressure on himself with the 6 being here. They've got the Phantasm, they've also got the control of Saxa. So they have enough physical damage to fight through this armor. Got a lot of knockdown, but not quite enough damage to take him out. Especially with Stania turning up.
Insane. He has to be careful though.
Yeah, he
look
could be
at the
hunted
illusion.
down. Yeah, Skidder making sure that they cover all angles here. As they get a bit of vision, enough to get the Hex off. They need a little bit more, get the micro continuing, but Skidder's not able to reach in and grab him. And Stania is able to sneak away.
What a slippery man he got out of that. The illusion just barely walked around him there the first time. I feel like that Grimstroke, he probably doesn't live too many times out of 100 there.
I may have not got the kill, Tundra, but of course they are able to push back Liquid during that first use of the Dragon Form, keeping their tower alive in the safe lane. We'll see Matu with those basics done now, the Vanguard into Soul Ring. Let's have a look where he's going to go next with the build. I mean, where do you imagine this Bristol's going to be going next this game? What sort of, you know, which one of the regular items for a Bristol do you want first here?
I almost feel like you don't need to go for the hood in this game, and you can just go for an earlier form of either Sange into Halberd, or you can go for the Aghanim's really rushed. Aghanim's is what you want, but the question is just, do you have to buy stuff before then? I think just getting the early Aghanim's might be value. Or even just getting a BKB, because you are playing against the Tangle.
We'll see in the mid, Saxa. He is able to get the catch. Don't commit with the Rolling Thunder, see if they have enough damage and control to take Mickey down. They don't quite. Not able to get the perfect angle. Mickey's able to break out from the Rolling Thunder. And 9 won't be able to commit for the kill. Meanwhile, back in the mid, fucking Stania offers up his life. Taking the attention away from Mickey.
Yeah, and
Radiant's
we hear
bottom
the
tower
DP
is under attack.
going for another tower.
Dire's middle
Comes to
tower
ulti.
is under
Meanwhile, though,
attack.
Dragon Knight is doing the 4-man
Dire's
DP ulti on bottom,
structures
using the Dragon Knight form.
Slowly taking it down his eye.
It's not quite the same speed, but yeah, he's got a catapult to help him
I mean,
as well.
I was sort of to the point where do you think Tundra's going to be able to TP someone down bottom and push him back, or?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, they take tower super fast, so yeah,
here we
they're
go.
immediately going.
They don't want to let this one fall yet. They'll look towards Zai. See what they can do. Saxa's in to start things off.
Oh yeah, that's done.
They're getting the kill out of this. So again, Tundra just able to make the moves that bit quicker. And as you said, kind of straight up because of the comparison between just the heroes that the offlaners are playing.
Yeah, I mean, one of them takes tower super fast, the other one is steadily taken into tower, but DK doesn't really go through tower
Dire's
nearly
middle
as fast.
tower is under
So
attack.
he gets taken down. That really puts a little bit of a stunt in Liquid's pace here. Of course, Tundra needs to move away from bottom because they don't really want to stay there. So they're going to smoke out of bottom lane and look for a rotation towards mid again. Very high-paced Dota.
Yeah, they're hitting some pretty much the timings that they would have aimed for when they started with this draft, Tundra. They're ticking off all the boxes here in this early game.
Yeah. Are we going to see a Roche attempt?
I mean, without
Yeah,
the
yeah, it is.
Okay, so yeah,
They're
just
going.
with the wards, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we have it.
So he aggroes the Roche with the Rasta, runs out, and they have a ward and a sentry down. So they know that there shouldn't be any dire vision seeing him right now. And indeed, this is outside of the vision.
Radiant's bottom
Aye,
tower
yeah,
has
this
fallen.
is
They still might get a read on what's happening here. They're like, nobody's showing bottom, nobody's showing on lanes. We're not getting smoke ganked. What's up? Scanning Roche. Yeah,
it's working, but yeah, that Liquid,
this is punishable.
they've got Dragon Form back up, and Zai's got his blink.
Yeah, there's no DPOT, but
90
Roche
all right,
is dying.
the area covered with the Rolling Thunder. Making it for any chance for anyone to blink in like Zai. It's going to work out. Tundra, they keep the area covered. They finish the Roche. 9 gets the Aegis.
I like that, the patrolling move. He's making sure.
I mean,
No
you know,
Aegis.
we've seen it so many times as well from Zai. You know, he's one of those players that's normally on point with getting those blink-ins.
Yeah,
You've got to be prepared.
Make it with a Astral Step in
Yeah.
this game, being Void Spirit. So it's a good heads up, you know, make sure that you get this. Granted, now you don't have your Pango ulti, but it's very low.
Yeah, you're still going to be happy here for Tundra's side. You know, 12 minutes getting that Aegis. It is very, very good time indeed.
See a Diffusal doing some damage here. Damage and mana burn. Ikke, quite full resources now.
Radiant are
Now Liquid,
scanning.
now smoke up. They want to try and do something to slow down Tundra. As I say, they're really speeding things up, Tundra. They've taken 2 tier 1s. They've got themselves the first Roshan nice and early. Liquid need to slow them down.
Yeah, and they're gonna find Saxa going on the backline here.
Sarah's getting their disables off in time, but Saxa, Golden Blink, should still be the one to fall. Yeah, Zai making sure to turn this into something else as they close the gap on 33. Filling up with the siphons. Backup is coming over.
Yeah,
He's
but
got another siphon. I mean, he's also got the heals for snaking. And all heroes up there from Liquid, but they couldn't quite finish the job. 33's going to live. And now Liquid, they're the ones that had to bail out of there. Midgate's hiding in the trees. He's going to be found by the Rolling Thunder. As that don't go too great for Liquid there, Wagger.
no, that was really well played by both 33 and also Snaking coming in with those clutch Aphotic shields, keeping his friend alive.
And now the Ghosts are back up. Tundra, they'll say, well, you just tried to take a fight, you lost a few heroes. We've got our Ghosts ready to go. We're ready to pressure a tier 2 14 minutes in.
Yeah, DP is showing why she's a first pick material right now, making so much happen. They're trying to defend it. They have good wave clear, but she's happy to try and tank up here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're snaking by his side. 33 knows that he can position rather aggressively. Snaking even getting ready to block any sort of potential shot. Pops the ult, getting guaranteed full heal off the back of it. 33 has found himself pretty deep in the trees. This time round, he shouldn't. This time, but all right, indeed, ultimate. He's just straight up to full HP. And now the rest of Tundra comes in. They're not only going to take a tower, they're going to take a fair few heroes down as well. The grab from Saxa holds down the Timberman. They're playing this one fast, Wagger.
It was the concern about picking Bristol into DP that I was trying to mention. Like, it's
Full HP?
a high HP hero that Death Prophet is very quickly going to heal off of. So, yeah, they're...
Yeah.
I mean, right now, everything is going the way of Tundra.
It is. I mean, no surprise there as well. Look at this, the highest amount of building damage, 15 minutes on any hero this event. You know, we talk about the hero, but this is really 33 pushing the hero to its literal limits. This is top DP movements and shot calling.
Yeah, he's doing great, and they're doing great at enabling him, playing around him. This is really Tundra showing that they're a class act team, very, very powerful. I think they probably felt a little bit bad after game one how that ended, because they were the ones who probably should have won if they didn't make the mistake at the end. And they look like they want to secure this game too. But of course, don't count out Liquid. They have been making progress. They now have the Shard on Dragon Knight. Very good tool for defending. So these pushes are not going to be as easy anymore.
No. I think I mean, what do you sort of do as the Bristol in these situations? Because as we're seeing it kind of feels bad for Matty to go in on the front when he gives this opportunity for 33 to survive. Now, how do you sort of deal with the fact that every time you want to charge in as a Bristol, you're pretty much just going to save the life of the Death Prophet?
Things are going to change. There's a change coming up, and that is that he did go for what I suggested, the Aghanim as a second item after the Vanguard. And when he has that, he doesn't have to go in and right-click people. He can just run around, zoom around, and sort of play like Death Prophet would. Just run around in the fight, and you're going to deal damage to everyone and slow everyone down. So I would say his playstyle almost radically changes when he has Aghanims versus when he doesn't. So I think all he needs to do is finish up this item. He's 600 gold away. And life could get a little bit easier. Pop, Hoodwink. How fast are you? Fast enough?
Oh.
Courier might not be fast enough.
Courier gone, but able to
has been killed.
run off into the trees. Boxy will be fine. Bottom lane 9. Just slow with the defusal. Look at how TP's coming in and with this Zarya. Oh, it's going to be able to turn around. Nice soul bind instead of the two-man stun. Commitment forward with the Astral Step. They're looking to burst through 9. That's going to turn and commit onto Snaking. This is going to give 9 the chance to retreat. We'll see if Zai can catch him with another blink, but the blink's back up. And that Aegis, indeed, is going down in a second.
Oh, guess it's done.
There's the Aegis. He's going to have enough time to get that Rolling Thunder off. And 9.
I think Liquid are happy with that. They forced out the ulti as well, and they made sure that
Dire's
the Aegis
middle
region
tower
didn't matter. He still has to run to base.
Have a look at this mid. As soon as that happens, bottom 33's popped the ghost, and he's on to another tier 2.
More building damage. Let's go. Let's go. 6k? Can we hit 6k? There we go.
I mean, yeah, we see Zai. Try and make a fight out of this one, but Peter is ready to turn with the sniper. Zai just gets shredded.
That was overconfidence right there. They were not in a fighting position. And DP ulti was still going. I mean, going into that this early on is very, very risky. I think Liquid are kind of falling apart a bit. Game. Even as the game is progressing, like you have a CK farming up, he almost has a Bristol back. I think Tundra are looking to get quite powerful in this game.
They certainly are. I mean, it's performances like this, you know, 33 showing completely to the extent of why so many teams ban this hero. Because in the right hands, you just lose your whole map.
Yeah, DP is very, very hard to play against because she's so unforgiving. You make one mistake, you lose 1 tower. That's usually how it goes. You make a big mistake, you might lose 2 towers. And of course, with Rasa as well, enabling that early Roshan potential. Yeah, it's not too long until we have the next Rosh coming up.
Let's see what we see changing now. Now they're around this timing, as you say. You know, Aghanim's done on Matumba Man. They're smoking up around him, Liquid. As they're smoking away, they want to try and make a fight happen quite far from their Bristol. They're looking for the pick on top.
Excellent catch.
That was a very good jump, because now TPs can come in. As Naked turns up, he'll try and keep Saxo alive with the Photic Shield, but he's not able to completely save him. Jump forward. Zai, let's go with the TP out. That's all he's there from Instadium, making sure that Rolling Thunder didn't come out and stop the TP from Zai.
Very, very close.
Yeah, Zai was nearly done for in that situation. Liquid, they get a kill, but again, not able to do anything off the back of it. Tundra just making sure that Liquid couldn't turn that kill into any tower damage.
Yeah, and in the end, that was a long rotation. Took quite a while to run over there. Sure, they got the kill and got out cleanly, but the amount of time invested in rotating there was higher for Liquid than it was for Tundra to react. So I'd still say pretty even, no real win. Even for Liquid, and of course a smoke costs something. Smoking for a post 5 kill, or a, you know, in this game post 4, I suppose.
And it was risky. I mean, they very nearly lost Zai there. It was Very close to going badly. The Liquid top lane, 9. Find himself a bit of a solo kill. Boxy.
Yeah, easy solo kill, and that's with Boxy having his own observer ward there. So this was 9 just making a very nice
Radiant's
play.
bottom tower is
And do you
under
like this from
attack.
Boxy going for the greedy route, getting the Maelstrom this game?
I think Gleipnir is super good on Hoodwink. The alternative is going for like an Etherlands play, but when you're against Abaddon, I don't know, like you can't rely so heavily on your bushwhack because Abaddon is going to dispel it.
Dire's
So
top tower is under
I think
attack.
it's the right play. Also gives some form of AoE damage against the CK. Just try and help deal with all these Lutens. Because, oh, okay, it works. Not sure if you got scared of getting caught there.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't think no, it was quite close enough, and I don't think...
No.
So maybe just a bit of the old...
Felt like one of those, you know, make sure it works.
Yeah.
Click.
Maybe one of the, oh, that's where I had my armlet in my inventory previously.
Swapped
or,
around your
you know,
magic stick a little bit, yeah.
Sometimes you do a bit of inventory management that goes wrong.
I always swap my soul ring to where, you know, swap my BKB and like, oh.
Hey, this is a good job. Very, very quick kill there from Zai and Mickey. They get him and...
Look at that. He's like, I want
He wants
more.
to hit tower.
Yeah, I don't
Radiant's
just want the
top
pick off.
tower
I want the
is
tower.
under
But
scanning.
again, Tundra are going to be like, nope, you go away, dragon. No hitting towers.
I mean, what are we seeing as well on the next Roshan timer? It's, 10 seconds. So you got to keep your eyes on that because it could be set up for Tundra to get in and get a quick one. They've got both the ults to commit for it if they want to drop the Serpents and the Exorcism. And honestly, if they do that, it's going to be hard for Liquid to have a stay, especially if 9's back up and rolling around like it was last time.
Yeah, the downside, of course, being that you use the Dragon Knight ulti there, right? And it's not too bad to use your Dragon Knight ulti because you use it to farm. It's quite effective. You pretty much want to pop this ulti as often as possible. But when it is down, there is a chance for Tundra to make a play for Roche here. And they have everything available.
They do.
I think he will TP mid right now, or they will just run it down. Yeah, he's actually going to go top and try to catch.
Radiant
And meanwhile, his team goes for another Roche, perhaps. Yep.
Yeah, they're just going to go for it. I mean, as I say, Liquid,
Popping both ultis.
they can't do anything about this.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it, let's just kill this really fast.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it using 2 ultis to get it. And the enemy team won't know for sure, you know, if you use the afterwards or not. If the DP used their ulti, it could have been just that.
Radiant's bottom tower
okay.
is
He
under
loves
attack.
practice BK.
It still works! It still works, Owen!
I mean, I swear he must have swapped like the arm or something.
Try it,
Something's going on.
swap it to a different
Just
slot.
swap it back, yeah.
Put it to the 3rd slot,
That's
you
a
know?
couple of times now.
Yeah, no, it was first on the armlet, then it was the
Radiant's
magic
bottom
stick,
tower
and now
is under attack.
put it where the bracer is. Far away, bottom right corner, you never click it.
See if it happens again, you know. Normally get it the once, but not normally the twice in a game, not back to back like that.
Radiant's
Oh, we gotta see him go down to 6-second BKB without ever fighting.
That bottom stack set. Trying to start things off here. Get the TP. I mean, TP into hold this defense here. See if Liquid can take the fight. He's thinking about it, but now he's opting to run. Starts to get the goose stacks up on Tundra. Continues to poke at them, but the Vessel's bringing him down a bit.
Yeah, I don't think that Tundra are that strong right now. They want to be a bit careful. They immediately got bursted on their Rasta, and without DP ulti, they have to be a little bit cautious. Of course, they fend off the Liquid push again.
Yeah.
Another DK ulti that's pretty much just gonna have to run into jungle and hit creeps.
Obviously, Skeeter now with the blink dagger. You know, he's going to be able to jump the squishy heroes on the back, get past this sort of front line of the DK and the Bristle to start the team fight off with a quick kill.
Yeah, that blink dagger has like Hoodwink and Grimstroke written on the side of it. It's like, I'm coming for you guys. It's gonna enable him to pick his targets. Of course, we see Boxy always trying to push the side lanes and being annoying on this Hoodwink. Very hard hero to catch. He's going for his blink dagger on his own. Still quite a while to go.
We slay handsome.
For Skeeter, no surprise with his next purchase. Probably that Silver Edge. They want to get something against Mata, my man.
Yeah, I mean, Mata is just a phenomenal player, I feel, and you need to try and shut him down every game, no matter what hero he's on. Try to address that later on in the game. Mata usually delivers. Like, no matter what hero you put him on, he usually does come into his play in the later stages of the game. And he's still having a good early game as well. 3-1-1 right now. But tier 1 tower looks like they're conceding it. No real defense.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This is just CK going for it, you know, not waiting for the creep wave.
Now,
Dire's bottom
does
tower
Liquid try and defend the tier 2?
I think they have to, but maybe if they can push top fast enough, trade tier 2 for tier 1, but it's still not a good trade. The downside for them is that mid lane is also pushed. Like, this is their last tier 2 tower. Yeah, it's the least valuable one, because it's the bottom tier 2. Yeah, generally people hate this tower, but you can't really lose all map control without getting something back. So they're trying to get tier 1 top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
At the same time, they're scared of someone catching them.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything they can do really to slow this down. The Serpent Ward's dropped.
Fortunately, that means that they're not going to keep going for high ground, at least.
I mean, Tundra's TPing over. They will lose the tower, so they weren't able to make a jump on Liquid in time. So.
Oh, but Pango, he's going in.
He's going for the chase on Matu. Matu's pretty speedy, though. At least able to catch him up. 9 will swing across to look towards Insania. She thinks it's going. Yeah, great control on the Grimstroke. It's enough here for 9 to take him down. Over on the back lines, Mickey was able to jump through and take out Saxa in return.
Yeah, gets a little bit of kill. Okay, of course, with the Aghanims and full Sanch Kaya, does a lot of damage.
And looks like Liquid still want to go there. They're bringing in the backup.
That's an Aegis CK, though. You can't really go on CK. I think they need to go on anything except for
Speed is going to be in with the blink. Starts to try things on Matumba Man. Looks back from Boxy. Boxy turns with the ult, hits onto 9, but their save is there with the shield and the heal. 9's fine. The little poke from Boxy does manage to stop Tundra from being able to fully commit onto Matumba Man.
And now it's Zai able to go and pressure bottom tower, or mid tower as well. Yeah, there we see. Nice pick off by Mikke.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Zai able to hit a tower finally, you know, after a fight being able to go hit a tower. All he wants to do in this game, I feel. Are barely staying alive. Are they gonna deny it? Are they gonna leave it as bait? I think you keep this tower just for positioning. They're not gonna deny it.
See if Saxa can catch it with the blink ether lens.
Visibility.
Liquid, they're aware.
Radiant
So that is Mikke. Maybe considering going back on this.
Yeah, they're trying to turn, but DK form is going to run out. So Dragon Knight is not that strong right now.
I mean, they want to try and get the jump done here, Liquid.
Could be dangerous. I think this might be a trap.
See if they can get 9. They'll look for him. Silence. And it'll be removed straight away by the shield. 9's off the side. Saxa tries to hold the shackles, but they'll jump into the trees and find him. Saxa goes down. The question is if Liquid can get out of there, because over to the side, Skeeto reaches in, grabs back instead. They turn over Matumba Man pretty much just gets 100 to 0. Barely gets the chance to get his BKB off, and even when he does, it's just too late. Matumba Man just getting completely destroyed there by the jump at Tundra.
So difficult to go when you don't have DK form, and also this Abaddon sitting behind and protecting. There was also the Lincolns to keep Pango fine initially there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you have to get vision behind Tundra if you're gonna fight them. If you just see someone standing in the front like, oh, here's DP, or here's Pango, here's CK, you can't just go on that. It doesn't really end up working. They need to wrap around and like get behind on onto the Rasta, onto the Abaddon, bring them down first.
And it's definitely going to be a concern for Liquid how quickly they lost Matumba Man. And that's their Bristleback for carry, and he was seconds. Top lane. Try and see if they can take out 9. It's not enough damage from the two of them. 9's going to be fine. And now a turnaround. Serpent will drop down. Saxa in with the control on Mikke.
Yeah, and they have the blink as well. Pango chasing. Oh, not gonna fight. Dragon Knight.
Yeah, they got to run Liquid.
Yeah, they're all out. But this means they can take the outpost. Tundra is gonna take control of this jungle.
Radiant's middle tower.
And of course, still having all their tier 2 towers.
Yeah.
That means that they can't do the same on Team Liquid. So Liquid are just with less control on the map right now. 0 tier 2 tower for 3 and 0 outpost for 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This CK is farming up an absolute storm, by the way. He is at 4,300 gold, and he's intending to buy a heart next.
All right. Okay, we don't see many hearts nowadays.
It's a great CK item overall, though. It's really gonna make him so sustainable. And I feel like Liquid's draft relies on trying to burst people, but at the same time, their burst is pretty much hoodwink and like the Void Spirit jumping in.
Yeah, and it's hard because as we've seen, what Snaking just puts a stop to it.
Yep. Yeah, Snaking is doing a good job protecting. They have gotten a lot of pick off to their credit, though, on Liquids. They have made it work quite a few times, but it's gonna get more difficult to get the big pick-offs. How do you pick off any of the core heroes, really? As we see, all 3 cores on side of Tundra are ahead of all cores on Team Liquid.
Smoke time from Liquid. Trying to play around Matu showing in the mid. Doesn't look like Tundra's falling for it. I would say they're not willingly choosing to fight up into Liquid's high ground.
No, they're still giving a fair amount of respect, but they're the ones sitting on Triangle and farming Ancients, so again, Tundra are in a good position there. Now, Roche can respawn at any moment. The players don't know exactly when, so at this point, you want to control the top part of the map, not the bottom. Tundra will make a move for it.
That's up. There's the opening, Skeeter. With the follow-up, there's nothing to save. Mickey, as Mickey taken down immediately. 9 tries to see if he can turn it into even more. Got eyes on Zai. 9 continue to close this gap.
Oh, he actually hit him. He's chasing. Diffusal. Can he reach?
Oh, man, at the side. Boxy's been found by
pickoffs,
Saxa.
yeah.
All right, Saxa. He's ready to drop the wards down. TP in for 33. Make sure that there's no further jump from Boxy.
A DK does manage to get out, but he used his BKB to get out and had to TP, of course. So nice chase there by Tundra, getting first the pick off on the mid player and then getting down this hoodwink as well. They did use the Serpent Wards to kill this, so when they go Roche, they won't have that, but they don't need Serpent Wards anymore for Roche. They can do it with CK, they can do it with DP, and they scout it immediately. And it's Aghanim Scepter, not Refresher Shard on this one.
Who's taking that?
They have a lot of options, honestly, for...
9 might want it, right?
I mean, probably want it on 9, I would say. But they have a lot of options, honestly. Maybe Abaddon?
I was going to say Abaddon.
I think Abaddon.
We saw it in another game. I can't remember which team, but they probably get the ad early.
It's broken. Abaddon, Aghanims, I think. They go for it.
So now, I mean, now good luck killing anybody.
Yeah.
Or at least bursting them.
I think, he immediately, I was going to say, he's going to swap from wanting to buy Helm of Dominator, which was what he had previously. He swaps immediately to Holy Locket because he has Aghanims. So, I like that. He did it right as I was going to make the point.
Yeah, that's a very nice grab here for Snaking.
Yeah, he has the Mist Coil heal talent as well, and maxed out Mist Coil, so 310 heal per Mist Coil. And yeah, that Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, look at Saxa. He's got the setup. Can he get the follow-up? He's got the shackle.
He grabs it. Pango is like, okay, I'll be over.
He's ready to roll over. He's got the E on this, but they've got an extra stone coming in from the side. Boxy will try and run, but 9, he'll find him once again in the trees. I mean, we're seeing Saxa a few times now. He's really got Boxy's number. You know, normally he's a hoodwink. You'd expect to be able to run up and down these tree lines and get away with it. Saxa, he just doesn't let it happen. He finds you every time.
Yeah, this hoodwink is not working out.
Here we go, jump forward, Incendia's gone. Instantly buys back, but the damage has been done. The tower's taken out. And of course, these barracks don't stand a chance against the Ghosts of 33. Over towards the mid they go.
Yeah, let the Serpent Wards take the top range tracks. They go mid.
Liquid can put a stop to this. They're going to try and jump and burn 33. They're in straight away.
Abaddon, Aghanim.
33 still has a 4.5 HP. He's able to turn, get the siphons off, and at that point, you're not finishing this death profit.
They're full HP. No one taking any.
Matu put the BKB, but through the whole duration, he can't even get in. As now it's come to an end, it's almost impossible for him to try and enter the front lines. Skeeter has been focused, but he still has the H. 33 still has the BKB, still has a cheese. So these cores of Tundra not feeling under too much threat at all. They can casually step back. They're happy with the damage done. They take that top set of racks, force out buyback from Insania, take the tier 3 mid. They keep this game pretty comfortably in their hands. 22k net worth lead. Tundra And you can tell it as well. They're going to be a little bit more careful, especially after what happened in game 1.
Yeah, no need to push for more there. They were also running really low on mana. You can't keep fighting forever there. And with no Abaddon ulti, I think you just chill, back, wait, and next time they have DP ulti, they just do the same thing again. It's going to be incredibly tough to stop this for Liquid, so Liquid probably need to get on the map, make some moves, look for pickoffs before this push is mounted. But, you know, that's harder to do than to say, as they need to shuffle the lanes, of course. Yeah, this Holy Locket is completed as well on an Abaddon, so the heal is even stronger. I mean, it's at the point where you cannot kill people. If Abaddon ulti is up, you cannot kill people, I would say. It's literally impossible. So you have to bait this ulti out and then re-engage and take the fight. But how do you do that when DP ulti is ticking? You don't have an infinite amount of time to try and initiate, back out, and then go again. So it's going to be very hard when all 5 are grouped up for Tundra here. I think they have everything needed, and let's see if they repeat the mistake from game 1.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be in the back of their minds.
Yeah, no, they're going to be so disciplined this time.
Yeah.
Go tier 4 maybe, tier 4 towers. Okay, CK is in, his team is behind him.
Yeah, they've got the guns back up there, and you hear this push going again. Starts to having to back away. They're taking out speed of what? They'll be back around over the stages. Saxon's got the hold on Zai. Zai cannot get away. It's a double kill for now. Liquid, they're going to take it out close to the fountain, and neither of these heroes have buyback. All 3 of them, there's no buyback. It's over. They'll tap out. GG is called. This time around, Tundra not hitting any sort of roadblocks in the way that they close this game down. This is what they were going for in game 1. Game 2, they refine, and they pull it on very, very smoothly.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was just a class act showing by Tundra how to play from start to finish, I almost feel. They got so...
Luna falls into the same scope of things. It also is nice if the Lich does get a shard, you can hit the shard thing and it bounces everywhere. Lovely. But there's a couple of options left in the pool for Tundra, as they don't have as much time left into their bonus time, but they will go for the suggestion that you gave them. See, they will go for that Terrorblade. So you're saying laning stage might not look too hot, but they got the late game and they have the draw out potential to make it big.
I think lanes honestly are decent for them. It's just how they catapult from laning phase to doing like making plays.
Remaining.
Often drafts have really kind of clear timings, but for this type of
5
lineup, it's more
seconds
you play a
remaining.
static lane, TB retreats to the jungle, Sand King will just defend the early objectives with the help of Invoker or Techies, and then once Terrorblade is truly ready, they'll look to just kind of have that explosive entry to the game. But yeah, it's on Liquid to make the early moves and dictate the game pretty much early on.
Yeah, and also they have a severe damage issue on the side of Tundra, so they pick probably the highest DPS carry in the game to correct that. But in doing so, they've actually just basically admitted that no, we're not going to take these fights head on. They've committed to like playing side lanes and split pushing and maybe playing the macro game, picking and choosing their battles. But Liquid, if they just go for some hyper aggressive mid pick right now and just punish this TV, it could look really scary for Tundra.
Can I suggest a silly hero?
Yeah.
I want to see a Zeus. Tundra can't do anything really in this game.
Traditional counter to Terrorblade.
It's traditional, but like I don't see Tundra with. Okay.
Choose your hero.
It's a sour on this game. Fair play. Wait, what role are we going, Chief?
Side Timber, DK
Mid DK. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's going to shove the Terrorblade to jungle a lot earlier. All right, my meme suggestion now.
There's damage issues too. We're talking about it, and your damage is going to be purely physical coming out of the TB later on. You're waiting for your exert levels on your Invoker. Maybe you can play for something like a Burrow Strike, Cataclysm, things like that, but it's going to take time to get to that point, and I'm not quite sure how they're going to address this Timber side. Feels very difficult for Tundra. I like Liquid here.
I like Liquid, but we've always seen these games where it's like you see a lineup that has the push, has the fight, has the earliness, early game potential, but when you have a lack of team fight, the lack of stuns, that eventually bites you a bit against Terrorblade, and you often just find these carry players just generate gold from nowhere because they're skipping waves, they're always ready. So I think this should hopefully be a close game if the Terrorblade can just escape the aggression and play behind his team.
Because you're saying that if it's not an early game, it's Team Liquid that is causing this game to be very short.
Yeah, Liquid could just roll off this game if they just shut down Terrorblade.
Okay.
But, yeah.
And you have to dodge on Tundra until you're comfortable, until you have your items. But in the meanwhile, you have to deal with this DK, you have to deal with this Timber saw. I'm not quite sure how they're going to do it, but if they do, that'll be really cool.
If there's a team that can do it, it's probably Tundra. In Boxy's words, they are very nerdy and they do all these things that will be able to draw these games out. We're finding out if they can for this third game and who's going to take it, together with our commentary duo of Odie Pixel and Wagamama.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the exciting deciding game now between Liquid
Prepare
and
for
Tundra.
battle.
Some exciting heroes too, Wagger. We're getting some sacks. So Techies come in. Over on the side of Liquid, they opt for the final pick Timbersaw. I mean, some of these heroes, any that you think are going to have a particularly strong game, is this one of those drafts where the Timber comes out the end and you're like, well, this is a pretty hard to kill Timber game?
It's a fairly clean Timber game, but I think it all comes down to how well Saxa is going to play on this Techies. I mean, yeah, Techies is a, they say how Tundra is a nerdy team playing nerdy stuff. There's not much nerdier things than a Techie player, right? Like, speaking as one myself, this is good stuff. I think Techies brings a ton of damage if played correctly.
Yes.
And he has a silence, which can be annoying to deal with for a Timbersaw until he has his Lotus Orb. I'm honestly on board with the nerdy stuff that Tundra is pulling here. I think it's good.
Well, let's see what Saxa can do. Overall, for sort of from Tundra's side of things, one thing that's definitely going to be a bit of a change this game is we're not going to quite see the same level as push, right, from this lineup compared to what they've had previously this series.
Yeah, no, definitely not. The push will mostly just be illusions running every which way and trying to split push. The Terrorblade, who, by the way, skilled the Conjure image on level 1 already to get some scouting information and fighting, so not going to have that meta for level 1. But indeed, there's not going to be this brutal, like, take all the towers super fast in this game from Tundra. I'm also very curious to see how Matumba Man on his Lone Druid is going to perform. Obviously, a fantastic Lone Druid player. And Saxa might take a bit of beating here. Oh no! Oh no!
A little bit of body blocking here, but it's going to be put to a stop by 33. Coming in with the Bow Strike, doesn't matter. Saxa still forced. Liquid, they get that first blood.
I mean, look at that root though. That's what I'm telling you. Good Lone Druid player. Gets the root when needed. I would have hit 7 times.
I mean, they're going to try and run down 33 a bit here as well.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for Sand King because you don't want to kill stun level 1.
Probably need a root.
Yeah, I mean, but they can get it. They keep slowing. This Lich is doing work.
There it is. There's a bit of a root. You have another blast in a second, but they don't want to commit. Matu wants to make sure he's not missing out on the creeps.
That lane is already disaster for Team Radiant. It's really not great.
Some of these side lanes. I mean, how tough of a time is Skeeter going to have early on the Terrorblade, or should it be fine down there?
It's fine until the Chakram comes out. The moment that Timber hits level 6, that's when you get really sad and you need to be somewhere else. But TB can jungle really early on.
Yeah, Matt's doing a great job with these roots.
I mean, it's the level 1 Sand King.
He's dead again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rough start top here.
That's what I chat with T-Gov earlier about how Sand King is one of those heroes. He needs level 3 more than any other offlaner. He wants like all his spells or at least like 2-point Sandstorm. If you only have Burst Strike, you feel terrible.
And I guess what's sort of just early levels in the lane as well. Not a lot techies can do to save you.
No, it all comes back to the fact that Techies got caught out of position, honestly. He was low HP, got caught, well played by Liquid, and they got the root, you know, like that honestly set them up really well. I think so far Insania and Matumba are handling this top lane. But Skeeter, he's getting farm on bottom lane. So far, Timber's not pressuring that much, but once he gets levels, it gets harder. Haven't talked about mid lane, but 11 and 5 for Mikke on the Dragon Knight mid against the Invoker 8 and 1. So quite a bit of CS lead there for Mikke.
Yeah, this is, I guess, sort of what I expected against sort of the Quaswex in the early levels. You know, you're just going to have that edge, getting the denies in with the hard hits of a DK.
Yeah, I mean, I think DK is slightly favored in the beginning here.
Yeah.
On this matchup, he has, you know, all this armor, doesn't really mind the harassment coming out from Invoker. He will get his mana burn, but on the other hand, he also will get... Wait, why are 2 couriers coming mid? Why is Matumba Man's courier is chasing after Mikke's courier?
What's going on here?
They're friends. Well, this is awkward.
Well, let's hope Matty doesn't need to get himself anything out soon, because he's going to have to wait a little longer.
I guess so. They're just hanging out. It's a 2-for-1 courier snipe if you go for that one.
I guess what just earlier, he probably just accidentally selected and right-clicked Mikke's courier.
Yeah,
and it's just been following it ever since.
That's hilarious. I like how Mikke's courier is flying now and it has to walk after.
It'll be a bit awkward. I wonder if he noticed this, because again, if Mikke gets another item out and sends that courier down mid, and the courier's just walking mid whilst Matty needs him to deliver top, he's going to have to wait that bit extra.
Yeah, it could happen. Could happen, actually. That's hilarious. Pretty minor detail, but still very funny. I've never seen that.
Let's have a look. Yeah, is Mikke going to use his courier again soon? Once again?
Yeah, I think so.
The Soul Ring's going to be coming out pretty soon.
He's sending it. They're coming. They're coming, dude.
And it's still following it.
Look, it's going to have to walk around the throne like... I'm chasing.
So what's Matty got? Okay, now Matty's using the courier now.
No,
wait, no, he's not. Sorry, it just shows it because it's moving.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's... This is so dumb. Oh, it's flying now. Now Matty is flying after, off pursuit. How have they not noticed? It's flying back and forth.
I mean, yeah, guess what? Top lane. See him look for 33, but this time with the Burst Strike. Ooh, they might still have the chase on him, actually.
Yeah. If he gets the root.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Always when it matters the most, he's able to pull it out. He's the last right click. He's got it.
Man.
He's got it there. Gets the kill, Matu.
Pure skill. I'm telling you. This is a fantastic start for Matu, and Matu being quite the beast of a lone rate player. We also got his Saksa getting caught out. This top lane is
it's the dream for Matu. He is having a great time.
Yeah, and
here we go. They're finally going to go their separate ways.
Oh, they part ways.
We're having such a lovely time following Mikke's courier, but now it will go separate ways. And does happen at a point when it was still in the base. So Matu, he probably won't have even noticed that was happening at all. He'll never know.
Probably not. That's hilarious.
Look at this mid, Boxy. Let's set this up. Nine's trying to go in onto Mikke.
Both of them.
Boxy's going to turn. He's up with the tree. Got the damage for Nine. Good tornado EMP for Air5 popped. Nine's going to be able to make it out of there.
Yeah, no real damage coming in to bring down the Dragon Knight or the Invoker here. But in the end, back to farming for both of them. Two nice little rotations, but canceling out each other. As we see Timber being pushed back quite well by Skeeter's Terrorblade here. Abaddon has done a good job protecting his TB and making sure he can farm the lane. Skeeter looking pretty unbothered by the Timbersaw so far. Stacks being made. Insania coming in. He doesn't want to allow it. That's scary though. That's a lot of creeps. Nice. He walks in and makes sure it blocks.
Yeah, even gonna drop a sentry down.
He barely took any damage for doing that as well. He took the cleanest path for blocking it. Yeah, I think stacking camps is all they can fall back on right now because that top lane is done. I mean, look at Sanking. He's getting creative. What is he doing?
He's over it.
Yeah. I mean, he's become an explorer.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to stick around here for another creep wave?
Probably. This is his life now.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, we're seeing obviously Skeeter. He's hitting the jungle, so it's not like he's going to be missing the creeps too much.
Yeah, and this is going to make sure the tier 1 tower bottom doesn't fall as quick. Yeah. While Skeeter can full jungle. But someone's probably going to come and address 33 soon. He just got pinged by Hoodwink. Like, what the hell is he doing there? Saxa?
Dire's bottom tower is under
attack. He jumped in and just died.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Probably thought he had team.
Maybe he thought when he had Snaking closer to bail him out with a shield. I mean, as it goes, both of them are dead. I mean, Matu, he's got to be grinning all throughout. Okay, he's not grinning at the moment, but internally, because this has got to be like exactly what he hopes.
No, he's not grinning because he's licking his lips about this tier 1 tower, dude. That looks very, very awkward. I think Tekis was trying to kill the creep wave maybe before the push comes, but...
Well, yeah, it didn't stop anything. Nope. As the tower's gone, 7 minutes in, Matu 3-0-2, free farm. He's loving it.
Yeah, this top lane looks like it can almost single-handedly just like decide the game is how impactful this is. Matu is having absolute phenomenal game. 33, still finding refuge down here on bottom lane. But not for long. They're coming for you, boy.
Let's see if we can get out of this. On apart, because Boxy will have the catch.
Yeah, but he can maybe out-sustain the dust direction. Not really.
He's going to try and get into the trees. They've caught him. So finally able to take 33 down. He got a few waves out of sitting in that spot.
Yeah, and now immediately when top tower is dead, Matumba makes the rotation to mid. Wants to get more stuff done. His bear is ready.
I mean, 8-minute Maelstrom done. Right? Oh, no, wait.
No,
not that. He's still got the jump. He's just got the hammer coming out.
Yeah. But Hammer is still a lot of farm along with the face boots he has as well. He has face boots on his hero and Orb of Corrosion on the bear. Now it passed up. Yeah, El Doge is a bear. He's doing really well.
And Liquid with their cores, as we say, just having much more early potential push than Tundra do this game.
Yeah, I mean, TB wants time and space, and there will not be much of it in this game, I think. Of course, the Sanking is doing his best efforts to keep bottom tower alive, and to be fair, bottom tower has not been touched. The tier 1 Radiant tower bottom has not been touched, but again, we see, yeah, this should just be a kill. Hey, this is not working out, Odie.
They probably want to stay away from this bear.
Yeah, it feels like they may have had a playable lane, but that first, you know, the first blood and Sanking having to skill stun, still not saving his teammates, that just decided the lane. Like from there on, it doesn't matter what your plan was, what your idea was. You just, you know, shut yourself in the foot.
I mean, bottom 33, again trying to find some place to farm. He has got Snaking here to help out. He's going to be controlled by Insania. Dive closing in on him. He has got the burrow to FP, but the bushwhack's in, and he goes down. Not able to get the FP off. Even running down, Snaking here. Okay, Boxy will die. Snaking still yet to hit the 6. He's got the stick charges. Zai's still got a lot of mana to play with those, so Snaking, he's got one more shield to pop off as he'll turn to try and bring down Insania with him, but he's not going to be able to do so. Another kill for Liquid. Now up 10-1, 10 minutes in with a 3k lead.
Yeah, and the mid tower is removed, and look at Matumba. He's moving.
10-minute mouse, so there we go.
Yeah, now he's moving towards the final tower on the bottom lane. This is, the map is shrinking, it's shrinking rapidly, and right now the Urn Invoker needs to make rotations and get something done somewhere.
I mean, yeah, how do you, who jumps the bear? Like, what sort of situation are you looking for from Tundra to
At this
kill Matt?
At this point, nobody. I don't think the bear is dying. Right now, you need to go for something else. You need Sand King to get his Blink Dagger, but he's close, actually. Which is impressive, considering how this game has gone.
Sand King. He's going to have his ult popped out of him.
Desperate attempt to...
But yeah, Matu could keep chasing this.
Radiant's
He's distracting the bear, at least, from hitting tower, but I mean... yeah. It's not really great.
I mean, it really is setting up to just be one of those games that you look at how Matu's, how much Matu's found from this early game, and it's when Matu's on his lone druid and he's had this good of a start, does he really ever lose the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've seen Matu have this good of a start like ever. I've seen him have some fantastic lone druid games, and this is up there. This is more than you could ever ask for.
Zai.
Dyer's top tower.
Finish off Saxa here. Good tornado. Trying to keep Saxa safe. Might be having a chance to take him down, Zai here. They do. They turn and bring down the timber.
But that's a big kill, at least. But meanwhile, bottom tier 2, it's following.
They're coming in with the TPs.
Yeah. TB, though. Yeah. I guess Matu's gonna run away. That was at least a big turning point. Managing to get, you know, a kill. It doubles their kill count, though.
It does. It's an increase.
Yep. Drastic increase. Yeah, the bear is just running around doing whatever he wants, dewarding, controlling, farming the enemy jungle. I think TB has a hard job cut out for him here to find the amount of farm he needs to get big enough to hold high ground, because right now it's not so concerning, but it won't be too long before Liquid will want more than just tier 1 towers. 33. Does have the Blink Dagger. He's queued up a shard. That's what he wants now, and travels. I like the idea of travels. You need to play a big map here to try and give breathing room for TB.
We're going to try and smoke up and maybe catch Matu bottom. See if the 3 of them can take down the lone druid.
I think they can.
Let's hope we get the ult off though, and as soon as that's there, they back off.
Yeah.
Dyer's middle tower.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna work. Leading with Tornado. Matu has the reaction time to get it. I think they would need to be in their smoke and get a jump perhaps from techies. Only way it will work.
Zai now with the hood. Very hard for Tundra to pass. Get towards that triangle. How many sort of efforts? Top lane. OK's ready with the blink. Boxy's ready to turn with a hit of the ult. Have the burst to take down 33.
Yeah, we see the damage there from Boxy. Also the confidence just walking up there, knowing that, you know, he can survive in the sandstorm and the burst strike. It's not too bad. And the value of having this blink on your Dragon Knight.
Maybe able to jump over to look to snaking.
Oh, he wanted to T-ward. He wants it.
They're not letting him get close at all. They'll be able to protect it here, Liquid. Keep it up and take down the kill.
That's the sting, man. He was so close. He even popped ulti to try and get that extra auto attack out, but immediate chain stun.
I mean, they're going for more. They know that Skeeter's farming around this area.
Yeah, he's the big target. Still hasn't died a single time.
They're going to have to jump into the trees immediately. Mickey gets in, finds the setup onto 33. Got the follow-up control. 33 not able to get out in time. Zai bursting.
Such a devastating force when the 4 of them run together and Matumba is pushing somewhere else. I think Tundra have very hard time making any play. The only play is to try and kill Matumba, but we saw how that went last time. It wasn't that easy.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's getting that money of 2,700 gold.
Radiant structures
It's
are fortified.
I guess he's just not any good now. So I just wondered when he's saving up this sort of money, is he considering other things than the Basher? Is there the temptation for Radiant, or is that just bad on the Bear?
No, he's going for Basher now.
He'll just buy the full Basher.
Yeah, you don't go Radiance on the Bear anymore.
Was it still not a good item?
It's an interesting item, I think, now. If you play the right hero, you can maybe make some disassemble play with it, because it's disassemblable now into possibly a Butterfly Nullifier, but that's not really for the for Lone Druid. But yeah, you can do stuff with it. I just think All he needs is Basher in this game, really. You know, Basher.
I mean, he's getting it such a quick time, right? This bear now, what, 15 minutes in?
Yeah, I mean, get some AC next item or yeah.
This is a terrifying bear. This bear gets on top of anyone, they're not gonna really get away from this.
For 15 minutes, that's absolutely devastating level of farm. 9,000 net worth, minute 15. That is a big bear.
9. Looking for the pick off here, top. See if he has enough. Boxy, but the good dodge of the Sunstrike. He's sticking down low to the vessel, but there's nothing else to find him in the trees. So Boxy, he's out there.
They're turn bottom. The Sankey ulti.
They're in with the jump. So they've got enough damage to take down. Mickey Saxa goes in as well, but the bear's ready to turn. They look towards Saxa. Saxa, he'll go down. Bounce to the chain frost as well, making things a bit tricky for 33 to continue. Snake King's coming in for the start, looking towards Insania. The kill on the Lich. Maybe they could get more, because Skeeter's doing the metamorphosis. Zai gonna tick down low, driving away, but they're able to block him off. That's gonna be Zai going down. Tundra finally able to find the hit back.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Even though he has struggled to have good impact, Tekis did a lot in that fight. He actually, look at the damage. He did 1,400 damage, right? More than most heroes in the fight, apart from Sand King. And he amplifies other people's damage with his mind. It lowers magic resistance, so it's a good way to burst Timbersaws. When they were talking on the panel about the damage reduction strat and so on, I was thinking this Tekis, he does amplify damage output though, as he makes someone, you know, easier.
Oh, in the mid, Mickey.
Oh, he's Thunder Creep. Oh well. Nice try, but good reaction from 33 as well, getting out.
And as we can see, especially with that last fight, they're still managing to sort of set the stage for Skeeter to get the farm. You know, despite the fact that Liquid, they had that hot start, and Matu is racing ahead at the top. Skeeter, especially with involving himself in moves like that, he's catching up. You know, he's only couple of K behind another fight, and that gap will be closed.
Yeah. Now this game is not automatically over or anything, despite Liquid having such a good start. I think the draft of Tundra still really good potential, and I like how creative 33 has been in clawing his way back into this game. Like, he truly made quite the pilgrimage across the map to find farm. But the tier 2 tower does go down. That means that the outpost should be claimed by Team Liquid now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What sort of
Radiant's
Thunder will go for
is under
next?
attack.
I mean, Skadi, obviously the next big timing for Skeeter, and he's going to work towards.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want as Terrorblade in this game. You need that HP regen reduction. It's really, really good. There's his split pushing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They've done a good job keeping this Terrorblade able to farm, and he hasn't died a single time in 18 minutes. Any Terrorblade that goes deathless and continuously hitting creeps for 18 minutes, he's pretty happy.
I think
he's not super happy, but you know.
It's, you know, you consider, as I said, sort of how good of a start Matu is at. Sure, they are taking objectives, they're taking tier 2s, but as the moments pass, Skeeter's going to feel more confident with his ability to just carry this game.
Yeah, and yeah, now we see the Lone Ridge shard. This shard, one of the most broken shards in the game. People think about Tiny Shard a lot. Lone Ridge is insane. It's basically an aggressive version of Warcry, and it has incredible uptime because he took the Savage War cooldown talent. So now you have 12-second cooldown, 5-second duration, and it's 60 attack speed, 20% movement speed to everyone in an AoE around you and your bear. That's so good. And it dispels as well, so you can dispel, you know, stuff.
Dire are scanning.
Saxa has been left behind it.
He's gonna be the only one caught out here, but they do get him. Meanwhile, though, Tundra are trying to get on the map on the other side.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Are we
attack.
possibly thinking about Roche on Team Liquid? Is it something that they might consider? Maybe they just take control over the triangle instead. And snaking. He's getting it done.
He's doing a lot of damage to tier 1 bottom.
For a post 5, he's doing a
tower
tremendous
is
amount of
under
work on
attack.
this tower. And that's Abaddon. Getting that trigger on the 3rd skill. And meanwhile, 33 stealing, taking away Ancients.
Radiant's top
We're
tower
seeing
is
Liquid
under
come over here. They don't want to let Snake King get this down.
Oh, Skeeter.
For free. I mean, Snakey kind of just wants to stick around and finish this off.
Yeah, never mind him. It's Skeeter in danger.
Is he going to be able to get out of this?
So I think he's in big trouble.
Is there any way out for him?
I think he's down.
I'll get over it.
See what he can do. Yeah, not a lot indeed. They've got the control. They take him out. For all the safe spots that Skeeter's been in, finally Liquid, they're able to find it.
Yeah, just a few seconds too greedy there. Staying just a little bit too long. Nice rotation by Liquid. Managing to wrap around there. Even though, you know, it's likely that they're going to run at the Abaddon who's hitting that tower. Instead, they realized the bigger fish was hiding in the tree line.
That's almost exactly probably what Skeeter was relying on.
Yeah.
And indeed, Liquid able to call them on that bluff and hunt deeper for the bigger kill.
That gives them time. That gives them time to mobilize for more, and they smoke up to do so. Going in to try and contest the Radiant jungle now. Probably not going to push a tower because they're respecting the Sanking Blink Dagger and Sanking's ulti. They saw what happened in that one fight that went wrong. So I like that they're not stressing about the tier 2 towers despite having a Lone Druid. They're trying to just hold the map and establish control.
Trying to bait with Skeeter here in the mid.
Is under attack.
Yeah, full Mjolnir completed for Lone Druid now, by the way.
I'm not opposed to taking the
So
occasional
if this
bounty.
bear's not dealt with at the start, it's going to take heroes down one by one.
Oh no, the Sanking!
It's going to take over the MP33. See what the charge. The bear won't be in time to push him back, but they're on top of the Timberman. So try and get him out to the side. Matu's getting very, very low here. The Spear Vessel bring him down. Stacks will chuck out a bomb. It's in on top of him. It's not enough to kill him. Matu will live. And the turnaround will begin as Tundra, they've lost 3. Skeeter, no way to defend himself with the setups there, the Dragon Tail, and the ultimate of Boxy blows him up.
Wow, yeah, the backfire of that initiation there. Kind of an awkward moment for this smoke too, as we're gonna see 9 probably get dragged down.
Yeah, they're gonna get every single one of them there. Liquid not allowing that move from Tundra at all.
This is so unfortunate when you have Sanking Shard. Even though you're smoked there, your shard actually triggered and revealed. So they had to go immediately. They didn't have time to wait. And of course, just barely getting away. You can see the lifesteal from the bear hitting, keeping the Druid alive. He would have died if it wasn't for just the bear doing so much damage simultaneously. And yeah, they did take down the mid tower. Tier 2 tower gone. And looks like Matumba now thinking about Roche, or yeah, this time quite likely they're going.
Yeah, I mean, they should be able to do this pretty quickly. They know that Tundra, even though they're back up, they don't have the epicenter and they don't have the metamorphosis, so very little chance that Tundra's going to come across and try and do anything about this one.
Yeah, this is probably free. There's no way. Already have HP.
That's the courier, and that did have his, okay, we're still short of the money for the point booster, but even so, he's probably going to farm that up quicker than the 2.5 minutes.
Yeah,
at the minimum, it's 2.5 minutes that Skardy's going to have to wait.
That is setting back the Skardy timing. Definitely have some impact. And again, we're seeing Boxy just chasing for kills, and he's finding.
Yeah, he's going to get the catch on Saxo. Keeping the kills up very high this game, 24-6. Liquid back on track, and Aegis on Matuma Man. It's getting close to the point where they could begin thinking about tickling the base of Tundra here.
Oh yeah, they want to get more. They're gonna definitely keep pressuring a lot. The top tower is not long for this world.
Yeah, especially with the fact that they know that Skardy's not going to be here for 2 minutes. This is a big window for Liquid to really push and abuse the fact that Skeeter's not really quite where he needs to be.
I love that play from Matumba, just going on to Abaddon, triggering his ulti there. Even though he can't kill him,
he's diving in for this one, and the shield will save Snake. But here's the damage from Liquid, onto the base, onto the barracks. What has Tundra got to stop this 33? He's thinking about jumping, but he's not going to be able to do anything in time. They'll just let this mid-rack fall.
They don't have a choice. It's all so fast. Super quick push here. Liquid playing very assertive. You know, a lot of teams would have gone for a top tier 2 first, but instead Matumba recognizing we can just go for that, you know, that high ground push on mid. And honestly, the only thing they committed was a DK ulti. It is running out now though, so perhaps they're gonna farm up a little bit, wait for the second DK ulti.
They're ready to try and catch Tundra off guard. Maybe see if any members of Tundra step out the base. 9.
Yeah, they're looking for anyone.
Smoke off from themselves, actually, Tundra. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 seconds. 0 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 seconds. 1 seconds
Oh, a little bit of a counter. They break here.
Don't know much of how much of a fight Tundra can really find. I mean, Skeeter's not involved.
No, not much if Liquid are going together, but they don't know if Liquid are gonna run as 5, and they have to keep trying. They have to do something because their heroes rely on getting kills. Quaswex Invoker, I mean, now, of course, he's full Exort by this time, but this mid Invoker has only been part of 3 kills so far.
All stacks up. Gonna get chased out by the bear. He's got any more moves to make his way out. He has not. All the jump. Or maybe actually, yeah, if they got anything to cut in. Zai's trying to get through the trees, but he can't do so. Saxa will live this time.
I feel like that's the 10% the first time he lives. All the other times he's been
Top lane 33 thinking about jumping.
Oh yeah.
If Liquid show, Boxy's going to reveal himself on the wave, and they'll go for that kill.
Yeah, super fast bursts.
Mickey looking for the counter play. 33. He's hiding. They'll run the chain possibly. He's saying he's going to die for this. Look at Bird 33. He's out the side with the burrow strike. Goes for the burrow TP side. Nothing else to catch him. Mickey will throw out the fireball. It doesn't take him out in time. 33's able to escape. They get the 2 support kills. They don't lose anything, Tundra.
Yeah, pretty awkward there for Lich. He was walking through the sandstorm and also 2 Forge Spirits hitting him, so he kind of just ticked down to that. Wanting to catch that Sanking, but nice play by Tundra, making stuff happen even when they're really far behind.
Absolutely. They may be down 10k, but again, proving that they can look for these moves away from their Terror Blade.
TB now with a Mythical Hammer and the Eye of Skadi. Once he has BKB, it gets problematic to deal with him. The bear, though, is steadily accumulating more and more power as MKV is soon to be finished up.
I mean, it's just sort of once with the Skadi and the BKB, as you say, Terrorblade able to sort of stand their ground, Skeeter can put the Metamorphosis. If he's punching into the bear, does it die that quickly, or like how easily can he take out the bear in the fight?
I'd say he can kill the bear really fast right now, because there's no Assault Cuirass in this item build. Matumba is going for a very aggressive item build, so if the bear gets focused, even with Frost Shield, it could probably get killed by a... But, you know, Epicenter being around, Sandstorm, some TB right clicks, yeah, it can definitely go down rather fast. It might be a second bear, though.
That's definitely true. Yeah, with it. The ready was at the top.
Yeah, there we see, even without Terrorblade, they killed the bear once. And once you only have 1 bear, it's a little bit awkward to push. You know that pretty much your entire hero is going to be useless if the bear dies, so...
Yeah, it does mean that they're unlikely to do much more with this remaining 30 seconds of the Aegis. Liquid will hold back, wait for that cooldown, as you say, of the bear.
Honestly, at the point that they're in as well, it's quite a bit of gold to kill the bear.
Yeah, I think it went the way of Saxa, I believe, so easy 300 gold for the techies.
Yeah.
Illusion.
Dire's structures are
also, to note about the damage reduction, damage increase, and so on, the Veil on techies, along with the mines, you know, he's looking at amping up the damage quite a bit coming out. Or the Veil even being able to amp up something like Sunstrike. Quite awesome. Also, let's hope for no misclicks on this fresh BKB on 33, even though it was Skeeter last game.
That's true.
He has it now, right? So
we've got to keep our eyes on Skeeter, if anything.
He has it in a different slot than last game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his problem last game.
Could be.
Oh, they're able to get in onto Zai. Zai, he's already used all of his item cooldowns, so he's got nothing else to save himself. Does get forced to the side. They're trying to get him out there. Skeeter will commit with the BKB, but he's not able to stop us with Zai. Zai will get out. He turns towards the bear. That is the bear gone.
He has no resummon.
For 35 seconds here, Matu.
Yeah, Matu's just in trouble.
They need to help him. It's going to be a jump forward, but the tornado comes down. Mickey's able to put the BKB, drops the fireball. Mickey turns towards Skeeter, but Skeeter's still doing an overwhelming amount of damage. Mickey off the TP out with the remaining duration of the BKB, and he escapes.
Yeah, they saved the bear, or the lone druid, rather. It cost them the BKB TP out play here from Mickey, but good understanding that if he doesn't go in, Matumba is dead. So he did what was needed. Again, great fight by Tundra, though, and you can see, even with how disastrous their early game was, their draft has honestly really good potential at doing
I think it does. They're killing the bear, and sort of go back to what you say. Do you feel that Matu's maybe feeling that some of that net worth would have been better spent on an AC?
I think at this point, maybe he even needs a BKB for the bear. I'm not sure if AC is even the correct play. I'm not really a lone druider, but Yeah, AC would help against TB, but at this point, there are so many spells controlling the bear. You know, you're against Invoker, you're against Techies, you have the Sandstorm. I think maybe you need to have a BKB just to be able to commit to stuff.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see which way Matu wants to go next. He's starting to get the money towards being able to invest in his next item.
Either way, Liquid probably should feel concerned because very late game, Lone Word is not good against Terrorblade. It's not a great matchup, just due to how tanky and, you know, the illusions as well. You don't really bring that down. And he barely gets away. Sand King is going to be fine.
Dire are scanning.
And thank God he didn't misclick the BKB on Terrorblade there. He definitely needed it in that fight. Made all the difference.
It's going to be very interesting to see what Liquid do in this spot. They still have the lead in numbers, but as we say, it definitely feels like they've got to do something proactive.
Yeah, they have the lead in numbers, they have the lead in map control due to the racks on the mid being taken out as well. So they have more options to make moves. So they're making a smoke now, and they want to get a core hero. Abaddon is showing, but it's not really the pickoff you want.
It's all down to what Mickey or Boxley can catch here on the front.
They smoked under a ward though, so this was completely spotted. The ward did reveal this entirely.
Yeah, Tundra back to base. Apart from 33 now, you know, having the BKB on him, he knows that he can kind of get away hovering around the base.
Abaddon.
Just have a run away from this. They'll have borrowed time to take it. So it's going to be okay. I think they're going to try and jump back in. They're in onto Mickey immediately. Gets the BKB off, but not before he takes a huge amount of damage from that jump from Tundra. He's got to back away.
Yeah, they TP out. They're like, okay, we forced meta, but they also used Dragon Form on the other hand.
Well, just see top. I think Matu was maybe eyeing up the chance for a bit of rat push.
Yeah, maybe. There is an opportunity to make plays now for Liquid, as there's no Sand King ulti and no Metamorphosis. But of course, look at Tundra. They're trying to make something happen with the remaining duration here.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of time left on him. And they knew that Matu was playing separate to the rest of the team up on top. So
Oh,
Matu
no,
gets
he's
tempted
staying.
to stick around.
Matu, you're in danger, son. Don't go that way. No, the word season.
Oh, they're going to jump 33. He's in it, immediately on top of Matuma-Man. Matuma-Man needs help. The rest of Liquid are coming across. Skeeter down the BKB still on top of Matuma-Man. The BKB now comes to an end for Skeeter. Liquid, they're giving the space here to allow Matu to back off and retreat safely. Now they can consider going back in. They've already taken out 33. Skeeter also vulnerable with the Metamorphosis coming to an end, and his BKB on cooldown is now Tundra that's got to run.
Yeah, they're chasing. They're hunting for TB. They know what kill they want.
Yeah, Snakey just charges back in, trying to create distraction and buy space for Skeeter, but it's not going to work. Sky, Mickey, they stay on top of the Terrorblade. Liquid, they take the fight.
Yeah, fantastic kill. In the end, that turned into be a long fight, and that's the last thing that Tundra wanted. They wanted a quick pick-off with the end of the meta duration. Meta ran out. They can't keep fighting. They almost had to kill. He also got a fantastic Sunder out on Tusai, but it wasn't enough because his meta just ran out in that moment.
Yeah.
So he couldn't finish the kill.
I mean, yeah, they didn't have the damage to kill Matu, the main hero.
Yeah,
Look at this, they're beating into him, but it's not enough.
The bear got 2 heroes feared away. So if those 2 heroes were able to stay, Captain Phil.
And look at this. Ooh, they want to see if they can force out maybe some buybacks, or at least easily take the top racks here, Liquid.
Yeah, probably no buy. They're gonna hold, but they got the top racks. They're doing some damage to tier 4 at least with the poke of the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, they can back off, take Roshan, probably rather easily, with Skidder still being down for 20 seconds. And when he's back up, he will have the Metamorphosis, but Liquid should take down this Roshan pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, this is really fast. I mean, you see the damage of the pair plus the Dragon Knights. There is no way that Tundra can contest this, so they're gonna have to fight into Aegis. Yeah, not just Aegis, but the Shard is gonna be taken by Timbersaw. So he has a little bit of burn damage now as well.
All right, yeah, Liquid without a doubt with that move there to join up with Matu, keep him safe from the attempted move of Tundra. It's very much jumped them far, far ahead once more. Second rank's taken.
You know,
Matu, as you said, indeed has the BKB ready for the bear.
yeah, he did go for it instead of the AC. I think it was a better choice, and then they're going AC on the Dragon Knight because he's, you know, able to buy it and be very happy with that as well.
This
Makes a lot more
value.
Yeah, a lot more sense. And I like the itemization of Timbersaw in this game. He has a Shivas now. And this Shivas is so value against Terrorblade. It's a lot of attack speed reduction, and that's really useful for just mitigating damage. I lot of people would probably want to buy a Lotus Orb because, you know, it's just nice to have against Thunder and some other stuff. But
they want to throw it out on the bear sometimes as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can just have it out there, but I think Shiva's better here. They're going for the bear.
They're going to miss the Burrow Strike.
Oh, yeah. He BKB on the bear.
33. Just going to have to BKB himself. Oh, yeah, it was just Matu's quick reactions.
Yeah.
See if they could keep the push going. I mean, they've got the Dragon Form. Tundra.
The Dragon Form reflection is actually insane. Look at his movement speed when he gets hit by his own form.
Let's see if they can stop this. Liquid's push is going to be heavy.
Yeah, but it's also a very formidable base defense. This is not easy to break.
Yeah, then they're going to have to pull off an even greater base defense than Liquid were able to in game 1.
Yeah, for sure.
Tundra want to try and turn this. 33 tried to go for the epicenter. He's going to look towards the bear.
Yeah, no real hero damage from the Epi though. So everyone is completely fine on Liquid, and the tower did go down, opening the base up ever so slightly. Meta was used. Like this meta commit is what you're keeping track of right now if you're Liquid. So that poke successfully brought out the Metamorphosis. Now you probably just go even without Dragon Form, I would say.
Well, you even sort of push it, even though you've used like the bear cooldown. You're not too concerned about that.
It is concerning, but there's a chance for him to just poke. When there's no Metamorphosis, it's really big. Like Terrorblade is the most important hero for Radiant right now. So we'll see if they want to commit for this. But perhaps they want to wait. It is both DK ulti and the bear form, or the bear.
Radiant are scanning.
They are hovering around Zai at least, being very upfront here. It is Liquid happier farming the map right now, but yeah, they're coming back down. As I expected, they want to make a play with this meta being gone.
Yeah, meta's gone.
Epi gone as well. I mean, Epi is up in 25 seconds, so they have this creep wave to go before Epicenter comes.
I mean, can Tundra really stop Liquid from getting the megas in?
It's rough. Yeah, there's the second Dragon Form as well.
Here comes the bear. I'm gonna go to work on the barracks. He turns to take it over towards Snaking. Snaking just trying to throw his body and take some focus away from the barracks, but he gets burned down by Midkeg.
It was a worthy sacrifice, I guess. He dies for his racks. He has to.
Mosquito, he's looking towards Midkeg. He's got the break it, but the BKB's down. Midkeg, he's back over the low ground. Midkeg wants to get in on this. He turns back over towards Mosquito, put the BKB. He's trying to bring down this bear. This bear's just bringing them down.
Yeah, it's shredding.
But that's the barracks gone. Liquid, they've got the mega creeps.
Mega creeps, buybacks forced, and a clean escape. And some alt chat. Sprinkle it in there. Salt in the wounds. I think feels like Liquid now.
I mean, one more hit from Liquid, and that should be the finishing blow.
Yeah, they smoke up. They're gonna go with Dragon Knights. In he goes, maybe.
There's the jump. They're in on tonight. Straight away, this Invoker immediately done for. No buyback available on 9. He's a little bit of gold short. It's Liquid.
Yeah, there's no stopping this. The bear is coming.
I mean, how long's it matter? It is up, but no BKB for 20 seconds.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the damage even to go through all this. It's hard work.
Bear's pretty low. Is the bear gonna live?
It barely lives. He doesn't have TP ready though yet. Oh, he's got TP it now. He has TP back to base with the bear. Gonna heal it up.
Oh, he's got the Deso now as well. Matu ready to speed up this push. Close up this game, close up this series. He's skied up. He's trying to fight here. He's on top of Zai, but Zai's having a timber chain out of time. The bear is on top of Skidder. Skidder has to turn. Thunder snaking to keep him alive, but Matu is keeping the bear on top of Skidder. Now turns towards Saxa. Saxa goes down. Skidder will be able to turn, take out the bear.
Yeah,
but the Burrow's dead. Only Skidder left alive. There's nothing they can do to stop this push. GG is called Liquid. Will take this game 3, and without a doubt showing us that Matu really got it on his lone druid. 11-0-14. An easy one.
Matu. Clean. They take it back. Game 2 was